Alright, we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world. It's like the greatest, if you watch from like the first episode, it's like the greatest story. You get to follow everything, the different pieces, the people that come, the people that go, and what happened. And it's just incredible. But I want to say, as far as people that go, I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff. My condolences goes out to his family, Quavo. It's kind of hard to introduce my guest right now because I know the conversation from where we were at. Everybody was in here talking and kicking it. I know it's about to take a turn. But it is what it is. Hit that like, hit that share. Let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother hater. MECC.
Salute.
Champ.
Salute, my brother.
Shout out to the gang. I got two of the most notable how do we go with this? You know what I mean? Like, where do we go with this? When you think Hot 97, you think Funk Flex, you think E-Bro, and you might think a couple other names, but before you get to those names, you're definitely gonna think Cipha Sounds and Rosenberg.
That wasn't bad.
It can't be erased. You can't erase these guys.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Even though E-Bro stole his job.
Right away. I told you. Right away.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you really did come
We got Cipha and Rosenberg in the
building. Just before you start, like you said, rest in peace and Takeoff. I woke up this morning. It was the exact same way I woke up when I heard about Biggie, except Instagram wasn't a thing.
Right.
So, rest in peace, Takeoff. And I just want to say personally, this morning, a very good friend of mine is a guy named Steve King. He was a security guard at the Comedy Cellar. He passed away today too, so it's been a rough day.
Wow.
So, other than that, we gonna go crazy today.
Did he pass away or was he murdered?
No, he passed away.
He passed away.
Yeah, he wasn't murdered.
My condolences, yeah.
He wants to go right to the street. He wants to go right to the
Take
street.
off. Take off.
I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm exposing everything today. Okay? I didn't tell him. Yo, I'm exposing Jay-Z, Illuminati. I'm exposing Pharrell, E-Bro.
Wow.
I know the stylist.
What about DJ Khaled?
Khaled, I'm exposing him. I know the stylist that the Illuminati hires to go touch your booty hole. I know who that is. So we get into all that, okay? Yeah. I got all of them. Stop.
Sneaker company.
I'm exposing Tony Yayo. What did Yayo do?
Or what did Yayo do?
I just don't want them to turn us off, so I'm telling them their secret's coming. Hey, Fat Joe, I know all your shit.
Well, we probably won't get shut down because Rosenberg's here.
Or you will get shut down.
Depends who I feel like pulling out of that Rolodex. You never know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You never know.
Look, I'm down with the gang, y'all. Chill.
Oh, wow. Okay, welcome aboard. You're more down than I am, apparently.
He putting on his jacket.
He put out the hoodie jacket.
It's repping time.
It is wartime.
Straight 90s.
Where your Timbs at, though?
They right here.
Oh, you got the
we got the Timbs in the bag, the beef and Bronx.
Bring them out.
Wow.
Bring them out.
I'm not ready. I'm going to see which direction y'all go.
You ready for war, man?
Come on, son. I don't trust none of them.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck is happening right now.
I don't trust none of y'all.
I haven't seen the last episode.
What are we doing? I'm about to say, well, just like, don't dress like a boot camp video, because the last video I saw with boot camp was a fucking mess up in here.
Yeah, they're going to be here soon.
Are you putting on
Jesus,
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you something. There's a certain effect to this show. And it's jewelry knocking against the live mic. You ever notice that? There's a special effect. The tone of this show.
He's not talking about me.
No, but your shit gotta go like this. I only have
Clank.
one. Can I borrow your chain? I mean, you need two chains to clack.
Yeah.
I'll just clack it like this.
That's an interesting link you got there.
No, it's fake.
Yeah, I can tell.
Very
That's
fake.
why I said it was an interesting one.
Interesting, it's fake.
You can
Yeah.
tell. Yeah.
That's crazy. Gold plated.
Next time you
And
see
it rubs
somebody
off
with a
on the
fake
shirt.
chain, just say that's an interesting one.
That's it.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
I appreciate you raising the mood up.
Yeah.
But I think we definitely need to talk about this takeoff thing and just rappers dying in general. Like, what's everyone's view on what the fuck is going on out here?
Rappers aren't immune to the kind of life that a lot of them rap about. That's
I saw-
90% of it for me. They talk about street life. They talk about this. They talk about that. We tell everybody it's reality, and no one's immune from reality.
I get that, but to quote the great 2121, he said, "What would you prefer? Someone still living a street life, or someone telling their story to get out of it?" And I wasn't mad at that answer at all. Like, I feel like that's what 90%, well, not 90%, that's what a good portion of rappers who've actually lived the street life are doing. But this ain't street life, bro. That's not that.
No,
That's not
it's crime, and crime is not just in the streets. Crime happens everywhere. Violent crime amongst who's not affected by violent crime. Pelosi's husband just got hammered up in his own house.
Crib, yeah.
Now, but here's the question that I'm asking. Why is it so many artists now? Like, there was a time when we knew you could name from MC Trouble to Scott LaRock to Trouble T-Roy. We knew each one who passed away. And then you had Biggie, Pac, Big L, Freaky Ty, all in a pretty short order, like 4 years.
Right.
Yep.
Now, what has changed? We cannot ignore the fact that this is every couple months. If I challenge y'all to remember who the last one was,
Can't.
would you remember? You know who it was?
Lotta. I think Lotta was the last one. Lotta Cash?
Yep.
After PNB Rock?
No, P&B Rock was the last one.
You sure?
Yo, the fact that
crazy.
it takes this
Debate,
fucking long
right.
is insane. That never would have been the
started
case.
to get used to it.
So what's the
becoming
well? Of
normalized
course,
a
we're
little
gonna be desensitized to it after it happens a bunch of times. But if the question is what's changed between point A and point B, there's tons of different factors. There's social media.
Social media.
People are advertising their lives nonstop, and it makes someone else's life look like a dud. And you're now waving meat in front of the wolves, constantly.
Right.
We're in a recession, so now they're extra hungry to get to whatever it is you have to offer.
Yep.
And you're outside. Back in the day, the artists that you're mentioning, Biggie, Pac, Jam Master Jay, we lived in an era where when you heard about them being a certain place, it was like a myth.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, oh shit, Biggie was just here. That could have been like hours ago, days ago. Now these
days
dudes
ago.
are broadcasting in real time.
Yeah, and pressing the location button.
For the
I'm
record,
right here.
For the record, it was a lot of cash.
It was.
Okay.
And I'll say another
Rest
thing
in
too.
peace.
The barrier to entry of the music business is much different. So
Way
there
lower.
is no barrier to entry. So like back in the day, for example, you know, you're listening to MOP and Mobb Deep, right? Let's name two of my favorite street artists of all time.
Right.
Yeah, they're talking real shit, and they were close to real shit. But they were the artists, and the people around them were like, y'all are the artists, you're gonna do what you do,
Right.
and there is a concentrated effort to protect the people who are making money
That's what I was
From
gonna say.
themselves.
from
That's
themselves.
what I was gonna say.
And not only they have their people around them, but labels were more invested too. They have an A&R who's with them all the time. Make sure they're in the studio. These days now, you look at a cat like PNB Rock, God rest his soul, like you can be in the game and not be that closely connected to anyone else. You're kind of moving in your own world.
Right.
So I think it's just like there's a lot of different factors, but we cannot deny. KRS said rappers are in danger 20-something years ago. It's worse now than it's ever been
Right.
But then also as like
For rappers.
for rappers.
for rappers, yeah, because like you're saying like the goons around the rappers were protecting the rappers, but everybody was protecting the money.
Right.
Right? The rappers are bringing in the money right now. Let's make sure they good. Da 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 da. But then there was always, I think it just everybody's trying to one up each other. Of you know when somebody comes from a certain block and then someone from that block goes, yo, he can't come back over here.
Right.
So then the younger rappers like, oh, so I got to be able to still go back over there. So they start going there more.
Right.
And then the next one is like, yeah, he's over here once in a while. I'm here every day. And then it goes up and up and up, where it's like, why did you even?
He's over here every day,
out?
but I slapped somebody on the corner.
Yeah,
today.
I still do this.
I think that we hear about these things more because it's social media. Some of these rappers that pass, they haven't had careers that really
That's the other
hit
factor.
yet. You know what I mean? But we hear about the deaths and we hear that they were rappers.
Oh yeah, a lot of people even just get called rappers because that's what their Instagram profile says.
Right.
And they label them as another rap murderer, and we're all sitting around like,
That ain't it.
that's not someone
Right.
we knew.
So
But I gotta ask this question. Since the creation of the hip hop police, you guys suck.
Are they still around?
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
just
I don't
saying,
know.
like, if they're still out there,
No, they can't be.
y'all suck, bro. Like, the people are getting knocked off. Where y'all at?
Yeah, no, they
Crazy.
Here's the thing, right, man? Like, I agree with what MECC said and what Rosenberg said as far as the team and everything like that. Additionally, all you motherfuckers out there that's around the rapper who's supposed to be the investment and get y'all out the hood, y'all supposed to be protecting them with your last dying breath. Security-wise, it's not working.
Right,
When God rest his soul, Takeoff, when they had their event here in the city,
right.
not too long ago, I went there with Shampoo.
Shout out to Shampoo.
Shout out to Shampoo. I walked right in there. You understand?
Not search, no nothing.
Not search or nothing. Now,
At any event,
many
I walked
events,
right in.
many events.
I walked right in.
Hot 90, the Def Jam event that was the other day, right in there, right? Because and what happens is that y'all make it so easy to get next to these brothers and sisters, you know, who are rappers. And because the level of security isn't there, whether it's your peoples or whether it's the club owners, the promoters, making sure everybody's in place, y'all making it too easy.
Yeah.
And all the other factors that's involved, but that's the main thing that I see from me being outside all the time. It's too easy to get next to y'all.
And the takeoff thing, so it's almost like this situation feels different in the sense that like this was just some random shitty situation pops up between people,
Right.
and of course, just because life is fucked, the fucking sweetest guy who's never in the middle of shit.
Off to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like on some movie shit. Like, of course it was him. Takeoff was the fucking coolest, dude. Like, in every situation, that guy was the coolest. And
Funny as hell, too.
funny, was the backbone from the rapping standpoint, really got them all rapping and, like, loved it. Just a real regular dude, man. It's tragic. This one really hit hard.
Another thing, when you mention the circles, the teams are built different.
Yeah.
You got a guy in it. I remember when the guy who could rap was the guy who could rap, and everybody realized that he had the talent. I don't have that talent. I need to get next to him because I can't do the shit he's doing. The bar is so low, things are so different that the dude standing next to you is like, I can do
I
that.
can do that, yeah.
I blame A&R.
He ain't special.
There's no more A&Rs.
There's a couple.
It's a couple, but it's not like it
They
used
don't
to
take
be.
their job
There's a hint.
seriously.
Said it.
enough, right?
No, because you don't need talent to sell the music anymore.
Right.
It's a
And that,
completely
but
different
even
swing.
more so, if it's all just hustle, if everybody in the street now is a great marketer and you can put your music up directly, great. I want everybody to get rich. But that lets you know, okay, if it's not all about rap, like me, the hip hop soul in me wish it was more great bars like it used to be. But also I'm happy that niggas is getting out the hood. But you still got to put your team in place as far as safety and all the shit that goes around with it. Don't just exclude that part.
Well,
Right.
they all,
If Big is not here, I want to say this. Big is not here, but if Big was here, I know exactly what he would say. He was like, he would say, we got to stop with homeboy security.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's not security.
Yeah.
Those guys are smoking blunts when you smoking blunts.
Yeah,
They're
drinking when you
drinks
drinking.
when you drinking drinks. They hollering at shorties when you trying to holler at shorties.
Off point.
They're off point. I'm not saying that's what happened in this situation.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
But in a lot of situations.
No, when you
that's
see the real
case.
ones, when you see Drake's security or Snoop's security,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah,
a
but
different
even-
operation.
They got earbuds. It's like,
It is
No, that's
it's like,
hired.
Obama's here.
4 times
Oh, it's
before they
Drake.
come out.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Like,
hired professional security. But what about the fact you could take some of the homeboys that got a good head on their shoulders and go through some kind of security lessons.
Right.
There's places to go for that.
Right.
Like you the goon of the crew. You big. We gonna put you through school. There's, I mean, you could actually get a license to carry. You know, if you ain't got no record, whatever. Like you could. It doesn't take that long.
Right.
At least get the beginning steps until we get to the next level. Then we gonna hire the ex-Navy SEALs and all that.
That feels too much like
Police.
hiding. Yeah, it feels too much. I remember Birdman being asked, why don't you put one of your people through school as far as jewelry, like diamonds, so they can, and you don't have to buy and spend all this wild money. You can have your homeboy, and he would know. I ain't got time for that.
I got time for that.
I ain't got time for that. I got money. I can just buy this shit.
Right.
Most of the rappers that we're talking about that were killed out in these streets couldn't afford the price tag of celebrity. Celebrity costs.
Yeah, it costs.
You gotta have a car. You gotta be able to get in and out. Now that car, you have to have people with you. Gotta pay for that security guard. Them dudes ain't cheap.
Yeah.
For a couple of hours, it's just a budget. You gotta, and he's gotta stick with you from point A to point B. To the time you walk out your house, to the time you come back in your house.
Oh, and by the way, major point with that too. We now in this era have something we never had when we were all coming up, which is middle class rappers. There are a lot of rappers who are famous and living a very middle class life, which is beautiful. Right. It's amazing that exists, because when we knew them, in that era, they put out a single, it didn't work out, they got dropped, that was it. Now you can live. But the problem is, can you afford, now you're famous, you still have 1 million followers, you're still a celebrity, can you afford to live the celebrity life, though, to your point, Matt?
Yeah, but the middle class rappers are not being touched like that. You look at Chance the Rapper, you look at Kendrick, you look at J. Cole.
No. Chance and Kendrick are not middle class. No, what they talk about is not street shit, but they're not middle class.
Yeah, I'm talking about literally middle class. Like financially, they're not making what Migos is making, but they're living. They make a couple $100,000. They get bags, they get cash. They
live in a nice house.
We talked about security. We're talking about the middle class thing. But the bottom line of all this shit is hate.
Jealousy.
It's hate. Yeah, you can't stand around somebody and be successful without a few people feeling like you're exposing me. You're revealing the opportunities that I didn't take. You're making me feel like you're doing something to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I haven't spoken to you, I haven't said a word, but seeing you is making me feel like I'm less of a person.
But we have to be realistic also about part of why that happens. Part of hip hop is also showing off. It really is rubbing it. You know, it's funny, I was listening to Migos today, right? Because obviously I was like, my favorite Migos record is still probably Fight Night. I fucking love that. It's one of the great party records of the last 10, 15 years. Literally the chorus is, rich left, broke. Right, I got you. Not today's not the day I'm slipping. But like, I thought about it though, and I was like, I love the song. Yo, most people are broke. Most people are the broke ones, not the rich ones. What did you say?
When they wrote that,
they were broke probably too.
And they was on the broke side, acting like they was on the rich side. Then they got to the rich side.
Right.
So it's.
But we bragged about better music at a different time. It wasn't about money. It was about who was better. I'm better than you. I'll bust your ass on the mic. You can't do Big Daddy Kane. Don't fear you, son, because you can't do me none. It was all about, you can't fuck with me on the mic. Now it's money. Now it's bread.
Yo, keep it real. When Fight Night come on in the club, ain't nobody honest.
No one's following the instructions.
Ain't nobody like, guess I'm going to that. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it.
Well said.
You know what I mean? So
if they play Fight Night on a yacht party, the boat fucking starts.
Exactly.
No, you gotta go on that side.
I just stay in place.
But yeah, the posting of jewelry and cash online to me.
This is fake, guys. I'm wearing this as a joke.
He's lying. He's lying.
I mean, bragging has always been a part of it, and what they brag about now is different. But like, I like what you're saying about you might have a hater, a direct hater, because it might not even be so as far as you think. You got to deal with somebody, right? You got whatever deal you got, and the person who hates you had that opportunity to get the deal before you, and didn't take it. And now you blow up, and they were like, that's supposed to be me.
Right.
That's supposed to be me. I was supposed to have that deal with that label or that artist or whatever, and I bullshitted. I didn't show up to the meeting. I came late. I asked for more money. Drunk, whatever.
Everybody got the same 24.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you're feeling everybody has the same
not true. I hate that
24
expression.
hours
That's
of
not
the
true.
day.
It's not true?
No, it's not true.
How is it not true?
It's never been true.
How is it not true?
Because if I have money and I hire you, I own your 8 hours.
That's bullshit. That's not what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I hate that
before I had
expression.
money to hire you, we had the
It means
same
everybody
amount of time
doesn't have the
to
same
get
8
to this
hours.
point. But this is what I'm saying. We have the same amount of time to get to this point. From the time that you're born to the time that you die, this life is about get what you can get out of it.
But some people start at different places.
Thank you.
That's true.
Which
Right?
means we don't
That's
all
true.
have the same 8 hours.
But the revealing fact is some people look at Jay-Z like, oh, he was lucky. And some of us look like, he did it? It's on. I could get that too. Or I can at least get close to it.
Close, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a man, I'm a man. Like, we can figure this out. How to get there. And then there's people that's like, oh, he probably Illuminati. He's probably, he probably gave up the ass. Like, you know what I mean? Stupid shit. Right. That's not real. It's not real. I don't care what nobody say about it. My bad. I'll be like phones on silent.
We had that conversation when we had Jamar on the show, and Lord Jamar and I were having an argument, as we are wont to do, about like why, kind of like the why you Rosenberg conversation.
Right.
And by the way, I'm the first person to admit that like my privilege, meaning I grew up upper middle class, so like I wasn't rich, but I also never had to worry. So like after college, for example, my parents paid for college,
Right.
and then after college, I got a DJ job.
Right.
And if it didn't work out,
You
I would have
good.
gone home.
Right.
I wouldn't have been homeless. Now, I never had to. I never took any money from my parents.
Right.
But I had that then,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So I'm the first one to admit that. But Jamar said to me, he's like, well, why you? What about so-and-so who's just as good as you? Bro, the talent level for all of us in this business, we're different by this much.
Increments.
We're all I'm a tiny bit more talented than the cat maybe who isn't where I'm at.
Who's right
But
behind you.
what were you doing during those times? How hard when I was chasing after Tigger, doing anything Tigger asked me to do, what were you doing in that time?
Right.
And I say that with respect to the fact that I'm white, grew up in the suburbs, and I have built-in advantages that exist.
Right.
But still, we all do have that time.
Right, but the same advantages that you're claiming right now, my kids have.
That's right.
Your kid.
Yeah, my kids have that.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm looking at
you
looking
do
at
what
math
you
right
want.
now.
If it don't work out, don't worry. Dad got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Looking at math right now, I know he's doing better than my parents were when I was a kid.
But now, okay, so I didn't have none of that, right?
right.
From the Bronx. Dad died when I was 3, single mom. And I just, like, I went to a college radio station with some rap group from my college in Long Island. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna bring this rap group up to Wild Man Steve show.
Right.
And I went up there, I was like, can I go? I just wanna see what it's like. I get up there, Wild Man Steve is by himself, answering the phones. Anytime somebody was at the door, he had to go downstairs, get them, bring them up. Then DJ Riz comes and he DJs for 2 hours. And I'm sitting there and I go, I wonder if I could open the door for them next week, right? And I said, hey, and the rap group already left. They did their little rap, they left. I said, can I stay here? Wild Man Steve, he's like, yeah, you can stay. I said, hey, who is somebody that usually answered your phone's not here today? He goes, no, I just do it myself. I was like, can I do it? And that literally led me on my path of working for free. Every job I've ever gotten until I was like at least 40 was me going, can I do it? I'll do it.
You solved the problem off the rip.
But I took a lot of bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So I always wonder, because you was mentioning your father before we started, and your father gave you all this advice. I wish I had a dad.
I know you do. I know. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You want to hug?
But if you're...
Should we hate him?
But
Should we hate him? Like,
I always
It wouldn't
wondered,
change
though,
the fact that I had a guy.
my father was in the streets, right? From what I heard, from what I heard, my father was in the streets, Puerto Rican from the street.
Right.
I always wonder if he would have told me, nah, you don't work for free, you don't beg nobody for nothing. But I didn't know, it's always like I always wanted a hypothetical of what if it went the other way. But all I knew was I have no family connections, no money, no nothing. The first day I was there, I met Mr. C and Havoc from Mobb Deep. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then the week after that, I met, the Alcoholics.
Nice.
Shout out to Alcoholics.
It's a good couple weeks.
Every week.
Yeah, word.
Because college radio in the 90s, there was Stretch Armstrong, Stretch and Bob.
Bobito.
There was Mayhem and Martin on NYU, DJ Riz on WBAU. So I got to meet all these rappers. Then I hear Riz on the air, hey, I'm DJing Don Hills next Friday.
Right.
I go, I know he don't have a car. I go, hey, can I drive you? He goes,
Solving a problem. Once
yeah.
again.
Bro, I got my bullshit, whatever, Honda, whatever, pick him up in Brooklyn, drive him to the gig, stay all night, carry his crates, drive him back home, then I drive home. And then that became my life. Wherever Riz went, I went. He introduced me to Flex at the Tunnel. I'm just carrying Riz's crates. It's Riz, Big Cap, Funkmaster Flex. Oof. Riz starts getting popular. He says, I don't want to open up anymore. He starts getting his own gigs. He's like, but Cipha's a good DJ. You should let him open up. They give me a shot. 8:30 to 9:30. Because the Tunnel was 500 girls free. So they needed R&B from 8:30 to 9:30. Big Cap is coming at 9:30. Big Cap comes at 9:45, sees me, he goes, I'm going to come 10 next week. 10 to 10:30 to 11.
Wow.
So
I never knew this part.
Yeah, but this is over months, right?
Right.
So I'm DJing, I'm getting better. All to this day, if I walk around right out here and there's a 45-year-old woman, she's gonna be like, you was killing in the time. All R&B. Can't play no hits.
Right.
No Biggie. I mean, unless like an R&B version.
You couldn't take anything Flex was going to play later that night.
Nothing.
Right.
That's what made Flex trust me. Then he goes, yo, I'm on the radio. They want me to be a jock from 7 to 10. Can you help me carry my records, get the food, get the guests, set up the records? So every time, even Pharrell, the job I had with Pharrell, hey, you're starting a label. Can I A&R for you? He don't need no label. He's going to produce everything.
Right.
He's going to produce everything. But I go, hey, can I carry the reel from Right Track Studio to Sony Studio?
Right.
And while I'm there, I saved mad beats. He would make a beat.
What do you mean you saved mad beats? Bro,
he would make a beat. I would go to his house in Virginia. He would make a beat and go, this shit's whack. Turn it off. I'm like, that shit was fire. What the fuck?
What are you doing?
Bro, again, so I'm sitting there watching him. You make a beat, whack, boom. Bro, again, he did it. So the third time, I go, yo, man. I go, yo, you hungry?
I can't allow you to do this.
I can't. Yo, you hungry? Yeah, let's go eat. So I leave the machine on. We go fucking Outback. That's where Pharrell wanted to go.
Delicious, by the way.
Outback.
Outback. Right.
Please.
Come back. Right, he hits play and goes, what's this? Like, what's this? You just made it. He didn't even remember it.
Right.
And it became, I think it was Jadakiss.
Knock yourself out.
Knock yourself out.
Oh, man.
What?
Knock yourself out.
And he was about to erase.
But the shit he raised before was
Equally crazy.
Just as good. Probably just as good, right?
You didn't know that, Rosenberg?
What did you say?
You didn't know
I
this
never
story?
told you that.
That's crazy.
Damn, I gotta start telling you some stories.
Yeah, I know.
We almost didn't get shook ones off the strength of that same kind of shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, that I know.
Havoc.
I know
Havoc.
Havoc is a
Yeah.
notorious cut the machine off, delete the beat guy. I know that.
Crazy. But they,
You have it.
Yeah.
Send them over. Pharrell, you too.
But my whole point is, I come from nothing. Didn't know how to even get on, do anything. And I just go, if I work for free, there was other interns.
Right.
I came earlier, I left later, I worked harder, I didn't get drunk, I didn't get high. And they all just started fading away. And then from there, I just start creating opportunity.
You backed it with talent, though.
Who faded away?
I don't remember. It was kids back then. Like,
Yeah, it was
nobody.
just kids. It wasn't nobody that we know.
No.
No, you backed it with talent.
But Cipha works hard to the point of like, it can be irritating. Like me coming from my sort of privileged background, I'm like, bro, you're doing too much, man. Like you're offering. When we were doing we did the Hot 97 TV show for a year. Very underrated, by the way. It's on, you can watch on, what's it on? What did I tell you? It's on Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on.
He's not sure.
I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon. But when we did This Is Hot 97, Cipha would like ask to do more. Cipha would be like, can we do blah blah, like to the point of like
have you in the writer's room.
Oh my God,
How does
'cause-
making a show work? I'm talking to the lighting guy.
The
the
writer's
camera-
room?
The writer's room.
They write a script for
we had
it
a,
wasn't reality show. It was a mockumentary.
okay.
it was technically a reality show because if it had been considered a real theatrical show, they'd have to pay for writers.
Yeah, they got
we
that.
basically had producers that were writers though.
Yeah, but
but
they write
all
the-
of the stories
They
were
write the
fake.
scenarios.
Right.
And one of the frustrating parts about it airing on VH1 was that Amazon
Amazon and Apple TV.
and Apple TV.
Oh,
So
there you go.
one of the things about This Is Hot 97 is because it was on VH1, because it was produced by Mona Scott, it was billed completely wrong.
Yeah.
You go back and watch it now, you'll be like, yo, Angie was fucking funny. Sight
shit was
was
funny.
fucking funny. Like
Right.
there's good shit there, but it wasn't a reality show.
So you saying Mona didn't have the formula for you guys, or
No, they.
What are you
no,
doing?
Mona,
Why are you doing that?
you said because it was built
No,
by
no,
Mona
it
Scott?
just wasn't. No. Mona did a great.
Right.
Mona did what she was gonna do.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
You went right into that. Yeah, right into
No, I did.
You laid it out.
No, Mona, because of what Mona's brand is,
Yeah.
she did that show.
No, but Mona gave it to us.
But she let us do what we were gonna do. It wasn't like
This
she
way, you
thought
want to know the
it.
story?
So was this before Love and Hip Hop?
Same time,
Same time.
like right, a couple seasons into Love and Hip
but
Hop.
was it identical drama?
No.
No. If you go back,
This was our show.
Right.
This was our show. This is Hot 97. I don't know where you're from. The hottest radio station in New York for a long time. Then we wanted to make this. They wanted to do a reality show for years. Reality show. None of us want to look like idiots on a reality show. So every time we say no. Finally, we get this producer. He was like, let's make a fake reality show. And like just put you in funny situations.
Right.
So literally when we got the contract, it was sold as a comedy show. Right? Like with our real names, but a comedy show.
Right.
So what happened was halfway through shooting, the lady who bought it at VH1 got fired. The new boss was like, we don't do comedy shows, we do reality shows about hip hop.
Right.
So then they had to take what we already shot and like make it
Serious.
try to look like reality.
Was that Mona or was that?
no.
I mean, it wasn't Mona's decision, but at the end of the day, you have to listen to the network.
Right.
Mona was like, make a comedy show and turn it in. It was
So
we
you
had,
have to listen to the network.
oh, always. I mean,
At the end of the day, they're the ones
Yeah,
paying you.
they're the ones
They're the
paying.
one giving her the bag. Funny thing that at the end of our show, at the end of the season, you know this, I think. Like right when after the last episode aired, Mona called me. She never called me all season. She called me and asked me if me and my ex-wife would be open to doing
Love and
our
Hip Hop,
own
Hip
show.
Hop?
Yeah, or like a show about us. And I, of course, at the time was like, no,
Fuck out of here.
I can't. I know what'll happen if we do that when we're getting divorced. Well, guess what? I could have done the show, still got divorced. At least I could have done the fucking TV show.
How many years after was it?
Well, the show we did was pretty early into my marriage. It was like a year into my marriage. So we lasted another 5 years before it
my
all
guy in
came.
hip hop show, that would have been fire though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of divorce, I always wondered about this. When someone left Hot 97 and then went over to Power 105 or whatever rival stations it was,
Power 105.
was it like beef? Was it like, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? You a traitor
Okay,
now.
can I tell you the story?
It's on. It's
Okay.
up from here.
All right, so we all over the place, but fuck it. So G-Spin, remember G-Spin from Power 105?
Yep.
Shouts to G-Spin.
He was shout out to G-Spin. He was the music director at a station in Boston. That was my man. I used to drive up to Boston, do his birthday parties, all this shit.
Right.
He gets hired at Power. He tries to hire me. I was his first, from what I know, his first, what do you call that shit when you snatch somebody? The first one he tried to snatch.
Right.
He wanted me to go to do afternoons against Angie, right? So he comes and he's like, "Yo, I want you to get your own slot. You deserve it. Your personality, they're
What's
not
the bag
using you
like?
right." It was a lot.
What's a lot?
Relative to hot, it was a lot.
What, relative to hot, it was a lot.
What I was getting at the time, I wasn't full time at that time.
Right.
It was probably In the 200s.
In the 200.
And we're talking about in
200,000.
06? Yeah, and like
20,000. Yeah.
in 2006-ish?
Yeah. To start.
That's real money.
That's real money. Like Star and Buckwild, like at one point he cracked $1 million. But Flex always taught me, the more you get from the radio station, the more they own you. That's why Flex never got the bag from Hot 97. To this day.
Right.
He gets a good bag compared to regular
But he hasn't
people.
had a raise in forever.
He don't worry about that money. That money is so he could be hot everywhere else and get tons of bags.
Right.
So he offers me the job. Bro, I'm so loyal. I'm the loyalest person you ever meet. I'm thinking to myself, this money will create a whole new life for me. But Flex and Angie will be so upset with me. That's my mentor. Like Flex, my DJ mentor. Angie's my air personality mentor. My sister. They'll be so mad at me.
Right.
I can't do it.
So you turned it down.
And
Turn it
then
down. And then 6 months later, Angie's like, I'm out, Mimi, bro. And then let me tell you something. When I finally left Hot 97,
Right.
it was shameful. I got
You left in disgrace.
I left. It was disgrace. Bro, I was there for 17 years. Blood, sweat, tears.
How long did you work for free over there?
7.
7. So 10 years you were getting paid.
Yeah, but spot pay, like shift pay, like if you DJ, you get $200 maybe. Until I became full time.
Right.
Before that, I worked technically for Flex. I was just in the building.
Right.
When I left, it was Cipha Sounds is no longer an employee of MS Broadcasting. That's it. Like,
Did you get it? We wish him luck and the best of his
No,
best of
not
luck in
even
his
that.
endeavors.
No,
Just
yeah.
no longer an employee.
So when I stopped hearing the sound bite, Cipha don't get yes. That was like
2015. Yeah, it was gonna fade.
So was there anger? Was there like, yo, what the fuck is you doing, man? You going over the other side?
No, I didn't go to the other side.
Did anybody shade Angie?
This is what I'm telling you. So I left after Angie,
Right.
but my goodbye was horrific. Angie left to the competition. Balloons, cakes, parties. Every rapper came in. Angie, we love you. Oh my God, Angie. And
I see you over there.
Oh,
I see you tomorrow over there.
Syph
You know
got
what I mean?
thrown out like Jazzy Jeff on an episode of The Fresh Prince, and Angie had a fucking party.
I'm watching this shit because I wasn't there today. I was literally,
Right.
I was with Dave Chappelle at Radio City.
Right.
And I'm watching, Laura Stiles called me, yo, Angie just quit. She's going to Power 105. I'm like, what? I'm going crazy. But I'm at a sound check. I can't leave. Right. Instagram, Angie, we love you. Everybody's crying.
Right.
Her studio's packed. Cakes, flowers, like she died.
Right.
Like flowers everywhere.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Because every other person that ever left, they kick you out.
Yeah.
They kick you out. And like she was saying she was going to the competition.
Right.
That's how powerful Angie is.
Wow.
That's
Shout out
crazy.
to Angie.
Shout to Angie.
Angie, was that she's the GOAT.
She's the
What was it like when Clue left?
Clue?
Yeah.
Clue left after me, right?
No, what? After
Before?
you? I never even worked with Clue.
No?
No, I know Clue just from knowing him. I never worked with him.
Yeah, no, everybody that left Envy, Clue.
Envy was there when I got there.
Yeah, but
and he
they
part-time for a while before he left.
Yeah, it's not good. Radio's notorious for that, especially if you're going across the street.
Right.
But
So Angie was.
I remember.
Damn, bro, why they do you like that?
Bro.
Son? Why they do you like that?
man, so my shit was 15 years of greatness.
Right.
15 years of greatness. Every job, I've had A&R jobs. I worked for Rockefeller, Star Trek, Raucus, Tommy Boy. I managed. I had that group Nina Sky. I did everything.
Right.
And
Don't
on
forget
top of that,
Cuckoo Cow.
Cuckoo Cow in my project.
Cuckoo Cow? That's what's up.
Shout out.
Number one
Shout out
rapper.
to
Project. Got
I did everything, but my home base was Hot 97. Anything else that would come along, I'd be like, okay, no, I definitely want to do it, but this is home base.
Right.
15 years of my life, almost 6 days a week, unless I was out of town. Then the last 2 years were like the worst. Like there was like
When did y'all meet?
07.
07.
07.
And he left in 15.
Yeah, we was on the air together for 7 years.
Wow.
We was on the air together for so when they met. So all my years. So all I wanted to do was be Funkmaster Flex. He's old. He's gonna leave. I'm gonna take over. And then after a while, I was like,
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
he ain't going nowhere. Bro, like I'm
That's why
literally
he said
like,
Cipha Sounds don't get gas.
bro, I'm training.
Don't get gas.
I'm training.
I'm hitting the gym and I'm turning vegan. Sober.
Training. He's gonna leave.
Yeah.
Or, when I say leave, he's gonna go to Kiss FM.
Right.
He's gonna go across the hall to the older station, and after a while, I was like, "Yo, he's not leaving." So then I was like, "Okay, what's my next move?"
Right.
And I'm trying to be funny. Morning show is the right move.
Right.
So then that's where I geared up to try to get that for
Right.
years and years and years. And then met him. Ebro introduced us, put us together, and I didn't know him. He didn't know me. Well, he probably knew me more than I knew
Yeah,
him.
I used to see you on MTV. No, I see you on MTV.
Yeah, that's right. You see something on MTV.
I was like, fuck is this dude?
See, that's the
He
hate.
do his
That's
job.
the hate.
I know. I was like, who is this schlub? I can fucking do this.
So then you're welcome for your job for what we did. You're welcome. You guys are all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So they just introduced us.
Shout out to Combat Jack, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying?
So
DWI,
they
you know what I'm
said to us,
saying?
we want, Ebro's like, I'm thinking about putting y'all together and trying to do a morning show. It's going to be hard. We got to figure out how to do this. But I think y'all two will fit. So I was like, damn, I've been here for so many years. He just comes out of nowhere. We don't even know if we sound good together.
Right.
So he goes, yo, we should do a podcast. Just to practice us talking to each other on a mic.
Right. When he said podcast, did you know what the fuck it
Bro,
was?
I never heard that word in my life.
He said, what's a podcast, literally.
I swear to God, the first episode is me going, what are we doing?
So I said, trust me. I said, let's just go in the other room. We were doing 4 to 6 a.m. on Saturdays. I said, at 6 a.m., we're already fucking up anyway. We'll go in the other studio and we'll just talk.
Bro.
And so we just started, that's what we started doing, was just talking.
Right.
And recording it and uploading it to fucking
Z-Share,
Z-Share. You know, get those Z-Shares up.
Oh, God.
And I was hosting, we were hosting on our websites, and that was it.
The orphan baby
Bro.
of Napster.
Yep.
And then so we
the
on there.
abandoned baby.
Yeah.
For real.
Orphan, that's what an orphan is.
So we talking shit, we talking hip hop, and then people just start liking it, right? And like we call it Juan Epstein, a Puerto Rican and a Jew.
Right.
And
Puerto Rican in there?
huh?
Puerto Rican in there.
You're allowed to say
You
Jew.
can say
You're allowed to say Jew.
Very sensitive
Don't do that.
word right now.
Don't do that. That wasn't the
Kanye
part that
fucked
was
that up.
sensitive.
Kanye
Well, he's
fucked
giving
that
you
up.
permission.
Yeah, I gave you permission. This isn't like an M-word.
that's not-
You can say Jew.
Don't say it.
You might not be one of the higher
No.
up ones. It's just gonna have a problem with this.
Might
I
not
don't
be.
know.
tone.
It's the tone in
It's
which you
always
say.
the tone. Just
By the
like
way, different
Puerto Rican
time.
and
We
Jew.
branded our whole show.
Say it light. Say it very light.
No, you already. It's too long.
You're already doing too much.
So your lips are too tight. Loosen up.
I gotta
Puerto Rican
practice
and
this. I
Jew.
gotta practice
It's
this.
fast. Puerto Rican and Jew.
Puerto Rican and it.
Oh, come on.
No, by the way,
It's tough, man.
By-
It's not.
by the
Come
way-
on, man. We trying to get some real paper out here.
By the way,
man.
for
you
non-
need to make nice.
for
You
non-
just called us yesterday.
for
bro.
non-Jews, Jewish really is the safest play.
Jewish.
Rather than Jew, you've talked about this.
Right.
Jew can sound nasty.
Yeah, this.
Yo, Rosenberg, yo, you my favorite fucking Jew.
Yeah, that's.
It sounds nasty.
Yeah, that's.
What,
Even as a compliment, it sounds nasty.
You can't put the word Jewish in that sentence and it sounds correct. You're my
You're right.
favorite fucking
Jewish person.
what's the difference between Jew and Jewish?
Literally, it's just the
is-
fact that the word Jew gets used in a nasty way. The fucking
Jewish
Jews.
lightens it up.
No, I think Farrakhan would have a different answer.
What do you mean?
He's a Jew is you're Jew and Jewish.
Ish,
is
yeah, yeah.
You're like a Jew, but you're not.
No, that's not right.
Is that?
That might be what.
Blank this out. Blank this out. Blank this out. You didn't hear that.
I'm
from
sure
me.
that's what
I didn't
some
say
people.
that.
I'm sure that's what some people would say, but
Yeah, but why? Because
Oh,
I never understood why Jewish.
No, but Farrakhan is saying it on some like the
Metaphysical
original
kind of-
Israelites were
yeah.
black. That's what he's saying.
But whether they were black or not doesn't matter.
But
It
he's
doesn't-
saying-
that doesn't prevent
he-
us from having a Rosenberg.
No, but,
You dig what I'm saying?
Farrakhan is saying we're the original Jews. He's Jewish.
right.
That's what Farrakhan's saying.
So like he's saying that Because of the ish.
Yeah, because now
Why is the ish there?
I think because it went from, the original.
Because Muslims don't be like, I'm Muslim-ish.
Muslimish or black.
They don't do that.
The word, I think it could be as simple as how the
Indian-ish.
word sound. Like it doesn't really work as a word. He's Jew.
I'm Buddhist-ish.
It's just weird.
He's a Jew.
Yeah, he's Jew.
Which
Just
is a
doesn't really
noun.
work.
But you don't hear that with any other nationality.
Yeah, you don't hear
Well,
that.
it's not a
with-
nationality, it's a religion.
It's a religion, right?
But
But,
it's
even,
also
but he's
No. But isn't it?
Christian's an adjective though, right? And so is Muslim. You say he's Muslim, he's Christian, he's Jewish.
So does that suggest that there's a possibility you may not be a Jew?
No.
But you're
Are you Jew-like?
assuming
Yeah.
the role.
Like,
Here's what
Yeah, like that. That's what it sounds.
Yeah.
You're
By the way,
Jew-like.
here's what I like to say, and I admit this
Right.
is harsh, because I get a lot of these days, of course, like, oh, well, what are Jews? Who was the original Jew? Blah, 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 blah. I get all that shit all the time. Listen, if I totally am open to the, not even open, I believe the original Jews were certainly people of color, likely black, right?
Right.
I certainly believe that.
There's no way that Moses could be mistaken
As like-
for an Egyptian.
Right,
If he was Rosenberg's color,
if he was my color.
and his Pharaoh's
No,
like,
it's literally-
I'm sitting there as a Pharaoh.
Right,
and it's
so
like,
I take zero.
we think
so
he's,
just to be
your
clear, I
niece,
take zero issue
your-
with
your
that.
nephew.
But when people come at me with the like Kanye, for example, he acted so like, oh, I found out something deep when he said I can't be an anti-Semite because we are Semites. Well, like, first of all, that shit's been said forever. Like, I don't know how Kanye just heard that at that moment. It's old. That's black Israelite shit you can hear on 42nd Street yesterday.
Malcolm X said that on
Malcolm X said that.
66.
It's old ass shit. So here's what I always say though, when people come at me with that, they're like, how can I be anti-Semitic? I just go, listen, if y'all want this shit, please take it. Please take it. Because what I am, whether you call me Jew, Semitic, whatever, I'm the one whose families got thrown in the fucking oven. My mom was born in a DP camp in Germany. Like, that's what we were. So I don't care, honestly. You could be the original Jews. We could be the bootleg white European Jews. In fact, we are. I'm marrying a woman whose family is of African and Iraqi Jewish descent. I'm straight up white European Polish descent.
Right.
I'm good with us all being Jewish, but you can't take away. I'm just telling you, know that when you say the random little slick shit about Jews,
Right.
the way it hits us is of the people who were killed not that long ago. Right. That's how we take
Those
it.
are the people, and I get that because it started with propaganda in Germany,
Exactly.
and then it gradually escalated to murder.
And
mass murder.
what's happening in the time we're living in right fucking now?
So this is why I don't understand. Like,
I thought we were talking about
I could never understand why certain I could never understand why certain communities don't identify with black people, because it's like, yo, you went through that? Yo, we went through this. Brother, why
By the way, there's
why doesn't that happen?
But
You know
by the
what
way,
I'm
that
saying?
does.
Like,
But the bullshit part is that is what happens a lot. Like, most of my relationships in hip hop are honestly black folks and Jews, and if they're white, usually Jews. That's generally. Wouldn't you agree? Like, I know more Jews as white people than ever.
I don't know.
who he is.
As I sit here with my Hitler stash,
I don't know who he hangs out with.
Wait, what?
You don't hang out together.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I really do believe that there is a lot of unity between, like, that was one of the things, like.
yeah. No, I mean, I'm from Crown Heights.
Yeah, you know.
I'm from Crown Heights. You know what I'm saying?
But Kanye.
I was reading the Torah and smoking weed with guys that look just like you. You know what I'm saying?
So like, but there is and there's a couple things. Like, number one, you know, Kanye's whole thing, the thing that makes it also convoluted and fucked up is he's saying anti-Semitic shit, but he's also propagating white supremacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then what ends up happening, because black people are the most loyal and forgiving people in this country when it comes to other black folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone wants to be like, no, that's not what. But he's not being anti-Semitic, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, remove the anti-Semitism. The George Floyd shit happened right with it.
But any race is like that. Like if you
Fuck
if
no.
you said
Fuck
something
no,
crazy,
I'm not forgiving of other Jews.
No,
I just want to be clear about that.
You're not.
I say fuck
Okay,
them.
all right, cool.
If I don't fuck with them,
Right.
fuck them.
Right.
But it's a different experience.
Right.
The black American experience is very unique. it's different. We as Jews we chose to come here.
Right. Okay.
So our experience is different.
So
here.
according to your religion, is your bloodline passed through the mother or father?
Mother.
Right. Okay. But if you know in the Torah it says father.
It does?
Right. Okay. But cool. Either way, let's say your great grandmother was Jewish.
Okay.
She went to Africa. She took a black husband. Okay. They have a baby. Comes out brown. Maybe not as black, but he's brown.
Right.
But he's in Africa. Right? So he takes an African woman as his wife.
Mm-hmm.
They have a baby. Baby's a little bit browner than he
Picture
was.
as a movie?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
This is a Netflix
No,
series?
I need people to understand this when they start talking this color shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Color
Keep
shit.
going. Keep going though.
So he comes out a little bit browner. They're still in Africa. There's black women everywhere.
Yeah.
He takes a wife. They have a baby. Now he's black. Like he's
Right.
purple black. You know what I'm saying? Is he still a Jew?
Why wouldn't he be?
But-
if his religion that he takes is still Jewish.
Yeah, but now you're getting into a whole.
But why would if Islam
And it works vice versa.
Right.
but
It
you
works
get
vice
into-
versa.
Because
you
he
get
might
into,
decide
like,
he's a Muslim.
Culture versus religion versus ethnicity versus nationality. It's all okay. I'm Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans in New York love me because on the radio it was a black, a Puerto Rican, and a Jew.
Right.
That's the most
Sounds like the
Latino.
beginning of a joke.
Right.
That's what our
that
show
was.
was.
That was the whole thing.
Our billboard was a black, a Puerto Rican Jew walking to the radio station. Dot.
Yeah.
And we talked about all the shit in New York from a Latino point of view, a black point of view, and a white/Jewish point of view.
Right.
I was never overly Latino. I'm Puerto Rican from New York.
You don't even speak Spanish, do you?
No.
What's Spanish? So in New York, we all come from somewhere, right?
Right.
So in New York, we say, what's your name? Where are you from? Where are you from means where are you from in New York?
Right.
You said you from Crown Heights.
Right.
I'm from the Bronx. My grandma was Fordham Road, but I grew up mostly on Pelham Parkway. Where are you from?
South Jamaica, Queens.
South Jamaica, Queens.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, just overall.
No,
Brooklyn is technically on Long Island,
Bread
just
Hook.
so you know.
Park
Brooklyn
Slope
ain't
Bread
that.
Hook.
So that's what we say in New York. What's your name? Because you're in math.
Right.
Where you from? Crown. What are you? So now if you say you're in Crown Heights, my mind automatically goes maybe
He's
Caribbean,
Jamaican. Yeah.
West
Trini,
Indian, right.
Jamaican, Haitian, or
But never Jewish.
Asian.
not
Never
for you.
Jewish,
But
even though it's Crown Heights.
Right.
if he
Never
said he
Jewish.
was from Crown Heights, I would be like,
You see what
oh
I'm
shit.
saying?
Wood.
Right, no. So that's a New York thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of my New York Puerto Ricanness. I do not have strong ties to Puerto Rico, the island. I'm not overly like. I mean, I have pride, but it's more of it's a New York thing. So now, then I'm a 5%er, right? So now we get into I'm really black, right?
How?
How?
Diaspora.
Don't do this.
I mean,
you
I
wanted him to
get
answer?
it.
My
I
bad,
get
guys.
it,
I'm
but
sorry.
but because you adapted the 5%,
No, before that, bro.
right?
The slave. I gotta talk slavery now.
You got to go slave trade?
Yeah,
Wow.
you're gonna have to.
Jewish
You're
with
gonna have to.
slavery.
Well,
Why
Kanye
you
is a
get
threat.
that together? Why you get that
Right there
together?
for you.
I want to ask Rosenberg a question.
Okay.
There's another Jew in this room. Who is it?
How would I know?
I'm just asking. Would you be able to pick him out?
No, because Judaism isn't based on race.
No, but as far as the race
No.
of who, you know what I mean? Like the
In
way
New
that
York?
someone would look at you and be like, he's Jewish. This person comes from parents that are like, oh shit, yeah, she's Jewish.
Right?
Who is it?
Well, you said shit.
Well, you said she, so Chastity or Jen. Jen, you're in Jen, right?
Gave it up, man.
I'm gonna say Jen.
Like you blew that up.
Yeah, I blew it up when I said she.
You said
I
she.
messed it up.
But that's
Well, we got a 50-50 shot
that's
here.
one of the things. But that's one of the really basic
Also,
things.
But I
Also,
want people to
sit next to
acknowledge that.
Sit
Yes.
next to Jared Sternberg. I would have said.
Right.
But no, but by the way, but that's one of the things that was so unfortunate about the Kanye situation is that whole conversation skipped over the fact that there are tons of black Jews. Ones like Jen, who may be biracial, and also Ethiopians who moved to Israel.
The Falashins.
There's a lot of
the Falashins are
Yeah, but
actually accepted as
we're talking
they're
about
black is the street, but they're Jews,
Right.
and that's accepted worldwide.
We're zooming out a lot, but the conflict, a lot of the conflict that I'm seeing comes from the relationship between black people and Jewish people in America.
Correct.
And New York is a heavy.
New York,
Our
definitely.
history here is
microcosm of
rough.
that.
You're from
Right.
Crown
Like-
Heights, you fucking know.
Like, look what they putting on a Kyrie through. But that is
Well, Kyrie hasn't had anything. He hasn't gotten in trouble yet.
well, he hasn't gotten in trouble, but you see it brewing. You see it in the media. It's brewing.
But he
It's
did it
brewing.
to, he
People
did
are
it to
lining
himself.
up with shirts
Anti-Semitism,
at the game, like.
But by the way, they
we
should.
see you.
But they should. He's an asshole.
But this is for
with
the-
all due respect to Kyrie, I like Kyrie,
Right.
but he's being an asshole. Like, you got up there and promoted a movie that is not based on factual shit. There
was
are
the movie?
Hitler quotes in the documentary, made up Hitler quotes
Right.
in the doc you're promoting. Then you want to get
Made up.
Made up. They're not even attributed legit. First of all, if you're really trying to post a documentary that's going to be effective and maybe changing people's minds, Hitler quotes probably not what you're looking for, first of all.
Yeah,
Right.
But
kind of steer clear of it.
You probably want to stay clear of that if you're trying to make a point that's not hateful. But
Right.
even so, non-attributed, non-legitimate Hitler quotes. The whole thing is based on inaccuracies and bullshit. When he got called on the carpet for it, basically it was just a reporter going, "Why did you promote this?" He wasn't willing to own it. He's like, "I'm not promoting. Just 'cause I posted doesn't mean I'm promoting." And it's like, "Hey, bro, do we have to explain what Twitter is?"
What is he promoting?
He put up an Amazon link saying, "This is what I'm watching right now," and he put up a link to a documentary about the history of Jews, right? And the concept of original Jews being black. By the way, that part, not offensive. The tropes about Jews being evil and the Hitler shit, very offensive. And so people are upset about it. And he's playing in fucking Brooklyn, right? The fact of the matter is, the interesting part is this. If the Jewish media is so powerful, I'm interested as to why nothing's happened yet. There are 14 Jewish owners in the NBA. Adam Silver, the commissioner, is Jewish.
Right.
Kyrie propagated a fucking video that by all means, like most people...
I propagated it. I posted a link, propagated
whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Posted a link. He got that video more views than it ever gotten previously.
Which kind of equals propagate.
Which kind of equals propagate, right?
All right.
So,
I don't wanna
Was
hear
he watching Barbarian last week? Did he do the same thing?
by the way,
I'm
did
just
you
saying.
watch Barbarian?
I don't
I
get
think
into
it's
scary movies.
propagated-ish.
I don't get into scary movies. They don't scare me. I just
Propagated-ish.
I giggle
You're
through
from
the
Crown
whole
Heights.
shit.
You're from Crown-
Yeah,
you're from-
right. I just laugh.
No, but
with
like,
shit.
listen, he earned his shit. I don't feel any way if he gets suspended, if he gets some shit. He should. And by the way, Kyrie needs to do the fucking research and the work. Kyrie shows up.
Isn't Kyrie the flat earther?
Yes, Kyrie has shown
I
up.
like this guy.
Kyrie talks after games and waxes poetic as if he's this leader. And I'm all about athletes being more than just a basketball player,
Right.
being a leader.
Right.
But you have to do the fucking work, bro.
But I think he did. With the whole.
Which part? With watching a
I
documentary?
can't say the word because YouTube's gonna demonetize.
What,
the
no,
video.
watching a
No, the COVI. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, they did.
Yeah, I mean, him taking a stand was a big deal for a lot of people.
Okay.
So, and mind you, he may be the leader in his family. So, the role that he's assuming, or the role that it seems like he's trying to play out, may be the role that he has in his family.
It may be. But I think you and I both know that people who share that same view that he shares of,
Right.
some of them did work. A lot of them were reading conspiracy bullshit on the internet.
Right.
And choosing not to believe science. Which, by the way, I have friends who did not take it, and I'm good with it. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But I'm just saying, let's not act like just because you had that stance means that you weren't reading crackpot bullshit.
Right.
Because you could have been.
That's your research.
Your research, you're supposed...
We can't pick and choose because
Well, that's why I'm choosing to say he's all on some bullshit.
Kaepernick took a knee, and people looked at him like he was trying to lead people. So
Yeah, but he didn't take a knee based on somebody else's theory. He took a knee based on what he was seeing at the time, and he responded to it in that way.
and
actually,
how does that separate
actually
Kyrie
That
feeling
sounds
like?
like what Kyrie did.
Yeah, it sounds the same.
No,
It's
He just
exactly
don't like
the
where
same.
he got his information from.
Yeah.
No, because taking the knee was actually he got that from an army, a military service person who
told him that's
this
what you
is how
should
we
do.
pay respects to fallen soldiers. We take a knee.
No,
Before that, he was just
no. He asked him what he should do.
right, but he told him
And
same,
he told
same
him,
difference.
just
Before
take a
that,
knee.
he was just sitting
Now,
on the bench.
nobody went and dug that guy up and was like, "Why did you tell Kaepernick to do
No,
that?"
no one did that. No one
He
did that.
went through the bullshit.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? So, before we target Kyrie, if you're gonna target anybody because you didn't like the content, target the people who created the DVD and leave Kyrie alone.
Yeah, why aren't the platforms ever held responsible?
You mean why isn't Amazon? Why Amazon
like
sells a
any-
lot of
Like
that shit?
Kanye said what he said, but he got it from the Candace
Any-
Owens documentary. Nobody's going, cancel Candace Owens. Make sure she never gets a shoe deal. Nobody's doing that.
No, they've been on her neck too, but she's kicking it with the side that agrees with her. They've been on her neck.
Yeah, she moved over there. And by the way, the reason you go after Kanye is he's the only reason Candace Owens is the thing. He built her.
No one knew who she
No,
was.
she was a
before he said,
random.
I like the way she thinks.
Yeah.
He
Yo, she
birthed
showed
the
up.
whole
I remember
shit.
the day. I remember the Sunday it happened. I fucking called Scooter Braun. I remember the day because I can't because the internet doesn't believe this,
Right.
but I actually don't only care about Jewish issues. In fact, I care much more generally about black, white supremacy issues. And that day when Candace Owens popped up with her bullshit being propagated by Kanye, I hit Scooter Braun, who at the time was managing Kanye, and I go, "What the fuck, bro? What is your man doing?" He's like, I'm trying to talk to him. I don't know. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
And that day, Candace Owens had the life breathed into her.
I like the way Candace
Owens thinks. She's a free thinker.
Right there.
Right.
That was it.
This
No
is-
one
that's
knew who
what
she
that
was before
Talib
that.
Kweli as well.
That's nice.
Yep.
This is the most Jewish stuff I've ever heard you talk about.
Yeah. You guys are making me even more Jewish than I actually am.
You making him the Jewish expert. He's not the expert.
I'm not a Talmudic expert.
Bro, he's
Scholar.
not
I'm
the
not a
expert.
Do you speak Hebrew?
No.
You don't?
No,
You don't
I
speak
see.
Puerto Rican. You don't speak Spanish. You don't
No, I
speak
speak
Hebrew.
New York.
So if I said
I'm from New York.
Mahashah, you don't know what I'm saying.
Mahasha'a. I
Yeah.
know what is the
Blood
something.
Time.
What's the blood clot?
No. Right.
My lady's family speaks Hebrew in the house, and I don't understand. I mean, I want to learn it.
Why
I don't
don't
understand
you?
it. I'm going to. I'm gonna. Now I'm going to.
I can still read it, but I can't tell you what the word means.
Wait. So hold on, real quick. When you said you were literally studying the Torah with your
I
friends,
was literally studying.
why?
the
So
Torah.
take me through what were you doing?
Um,
Are you Jewish?
So
By blood?
I saw a lot of people get shot. Saw friends die. I wanted to know what's up with this life. Didn't have a father to tell me, hey, this is how it
just
works.
life.
God, and then we here. You know what I'm saying? So I started researching, okay, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity.
Okay, yeah,
what
you
was here
opened
before this? Oh, Judaism. Okay, let me check this out. And then after that, I was like, oh, Kemetz. Oh, okay, Kemetz were first. I just started researching stuff, so I wanted to know it.
Wow.
You know what I
You're a
mean?
5%er?
No. People believe that.
But your name is Math,
but
which
I
is
know.
crazy.
Yeah, 'cause your name
I know.
It's like an ill name for like.
You know, I'm
Not
pretty.
a 5%er.
I know a little bit of a lot of
Me,
things.
that's me.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
me 100%. I know a
Right.
little about a lot.
Right.
That's very cool that you did that, though. Most people don't actually take the steps to then go. Listen, you probably learn more studying Torah
Which
than I
is
ever fucking
weird, because you would think like God
That's a
and
certain-
religion would be the most important thing in people. There's
but-
Christians that have been Christians for like 50 years and never read the whole Bible. It makes no sense.
Because it's easier to
Makes
be
no
told
sense.
to do what your parents told you to do, what you do at church. It's just some people don't have that inquisitive mind like we do.
There are
Right.
rappers
We go
who don't
search-
know who Big Daddy Kane is.
Bro, there's rappers who don't know who Biggie is. Like, that's crazy.
like, I mean,
I don't believe
That's
that. I believe you went too
Not
far.
That's different.
I believe you
You're
went
not
too far.
like, you're not,
Okay, they don't care.
yeah, but that's different, bro. You're not on a plane like, oh my God, Big Daddy Kane, please save me. You're not doing that.
By the way, Cypher would.
You're not doing
That's
it.
what Cypher would do.
No, but you are.
Please, Big Daddy Kane, don't let it go down.
You are on stage. You are on stage feeding your entire family based on a culture that you didn't bother to look at at all.
No, but when we talk the importance
And you're a
of
representative
God,
of it in the house
when we
of.
talk the importance of God, we're
but-
not
Well,
gonna
that's
we're not gonna parallel that
That's
with Big
if
Daddy
that,
Kane.
no,
bro.
stop. That's
We're not gonna
if
do
God's
that.
important to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
See,
if
and then-
God's
and then
important to you.
my-
I know hip hop is way more important to a bunch of people than God is.
But hip-hop
I know people who
got
show
me
up at the
into that.
ciphers and never go to church.
Who are these people?
Wait, Matt,
Tons of other-
Matt, you just made a face? Matt, I will tell you right now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, hip-hop is more important to both me and Cypher than God. Without a doubt.
See how fast that happened?
Wow.
That didn't. I saw
So you guys on the plane.
Hold on, so-
You guys on the plane. Big Daddy Kane. Don't let it happen like this. Please don't let it happen like
Rakim, Lord Rakim.
Not now, not like this.
Where is Ja?
That's bullshit, because I heard Rosenberg say, oh my God, like 3 times already.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that might be the usher.
You might want to switch that over to
no,
Rakim.
I believe in God, and
Right.
God, I believe God created a lot of things, including hip hop, and hip hop has taken hip hop has shaped my views of the world more than Judaism has.
Why?
Because it's what I love. It's my passion. It hits me in the heart. Like the music that I love, like the hip hop that I fell in love with in the 90s. It just hit me in a way different way than religion ever did. Hebrew school was forced down my throat. It wasn't, I just couldn't wait to leave.
Right.
But watching MTV Raps was a fucking choice, you know?
Right.
And at that time,
Hip-hop was a choice.
hip hop was a choice. It was what I wanted to do. And by the way, you had to put in work at that time. Yo, guys, there was a time in my life.
Figure out where it was.
There was a time in my life when being a white hip hop fan was actually fucking novel and cool.
Yeah.
People would be like, yo, you really know a lot about hip hop. What?
You're like, yeah.
And I'm like, I know, right? Look at me.
Look at me shine.
Can
as
you
I
see
walk.
this? I know this shit.
That's crazy you say it was a choice, because for me, it actually wasn't. It was just there, everywhere.
It was in the neighborhood.
Everywhere.
Right.
Like, I didn't know how much I loved hip hop until when I was 15, my mom moved to Long Island. I'm from the Bronx. My mom moved to Long Island. She got a job promotion. And I was like, why is it so quiet?
Yo, you're killing me with this. Let me just.
What's wrong with my
You
chain?
put it right on the mic,
yeah.
bro.
Oh, sorry. I'll take it off. It's
You
fake.
definitely got the clink, 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 clink. Take chains off.
Before your
Take
neck
chains off.
before your neck turns colors.
No, I gotta take a shower.
Before your neck matches your jacket.
Let me see it. Let me see.
It's not real.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even beat somebody like Fat Joe with that chain. Too soon. I seen Fat Joe smack the shit out of somebody with a chain once. You didn't tell that story, Fat Joe. Probably, I don't know. Sorry.
How did that story go?
What'd you tell me?
How did it go?
Actually, you know what? It might not be past the statute of limitations. Yikes. But, so I moved to Long Island. That's when I missed hip hop, because it was everywhere when I was growing up. So that's when I got into Video Music Box, got into Kiss FM and BLS. And now this is early 90s.
What was in Long Island, by the way?
What do you mean?
You said
When
you
you
missed
moved.
hip hop. So what was
Suburbia?
there when you got there?
I moved to a
Middle class.
white town,
Yeah.
like Wantagh, Long Island. It was just all white kids,
Yeah.
and they liked hip hop, but it wasn't blasting out of the apartment below me and every car going by.
Right.
It was there, but not
Right.
like where I came from.
Right.
Then I started watching all the shows, Video Music Box, MTV Raps, all that shit, and in the early 90s, a lot of hip hop artists were talking all the 5%er stuff. So now I'm reading Malcolm X, I'm listening to Brand Nubian and Poor Righteous Teachers and Rakim.
Right.
It's all blending together. And I'm hearing about, the 5% rallies. So from the summer between 11th grade and 12th grade, I go and get knowledge of self. I come back to an all-white school with 5% of pins, the 7
All
hat,
right, everything.
calling everybody, you white devils.
Devils.
I told my mom, I don't eat pork no more.
Right.
My mom's Puerto Rican. She's like, well, then you're not going to eat. Like, I made pork chops.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat it if you don't want.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, so this is what you're saying about God and all that. I learned everything about religion, God, the universe, knowledge, all from that era.
Yeah.
That's what shapes me. But hip hop is the core. Everything comes from that.
So
And
the way
it's-
that you dress to. There needs to be a hip hop religion then. We just need to just
it
set
already
Man,
is,
like-
depending on who you ask.
It needs to be, bro. Listen, hip hop started me on my criminal career.
Oh Lord.
I swear to God, the first time I listened to hip hop, I heard it. I grew up in a Jehovah's Witness based house, right?
Wow.
So the rebellion was there once I went
All
to
you
junior
guys
high
were
school.
rebelling. Period. In one
that's
way or
what
another.
it is.
I just want to say that.
But when I went to a
All of you were
laundromat
rebelling.
and seen the METHOD Man video for the first time, I said, I want a visor.
Shout out to
I
Meth.
want a Philly in my fucking hat.
Right.
I want those specs. I want to blow smoke out my mouth. I want a fucking sleeveless fucking jacket.
Yeah.
I want to move like this. I want to grow an afro. I want to go
Did
rob
you?
this person.
Wait, where did the rob? He didn't
Robin
rob
came.
anybody.
Yeah, method
No,
of
but
robbery.
it's just the
Method
way
play
he
look.
looked. He looked
Method
greasy. He
no.
looked grimy, and I'm
No,
like,
no,
I
no.
want to
He
do
was
this.
sticking niggas for their garments.
Right.
That's a
Oh,
fact.
that's true.
Sticking
Yeah, but
niggas for their garments.
He never
And then
wore
you
them.
was the hottest motherfucker. I mean, I was in junior. Y'all probably older than me, but I was in junior high school, and it was like, it was celebrity to fucking go into school and know all the songs that was on the
Right.
radio.
Right.
Yo,
To go into school and rap Notorious Thugs, fucking Wu-Tang Clan, ain't nothing to fuck with. Like all these records, Black Moon, whatever. You'll be that motherfucking that dude.
Yep. Well,
You
I
know what I'm
remember
saying?
it well.
That became my religion.
See?
I understand where y'all coming from.
he peeled off the price tag. You can see
What
how
happened?
You
You
can't.
know the
you
blue,
can't
the blue from
right.
the price tag.
Yeah,
Yo,
right.
son,
Shout
you
out to
can
camera,
see
shout out
where
to
you
cameraman.
like, you can see where he peeled off
Little
the blue
white
from the
marks
price.
with-
You
didn't finish
$20.99.
scratching that.
You know what I mean? Like you can
That
see
shit
it
cost
on
me
there.
$42.
42. Oh, it was 42.
Yeah,
so it was
that's a good
42.
one.
So it was $41.99.
$41.99.
$41.99.
That's
That's an expensive fake chain.
It's a very expensive fake chain. I don't know why he's knocking
Like
it.
for a prop.
No. I'm
That's
just
because you
saying.
didn't get the tape off the bottom.
Look at it,
Yeah.
analyze it, and know when you're out in these streets and you see it, it's not worth it. Don't do it. It's never worth it.
How about you just don't steal?
But just don't.
Yeah, just-
Go buy your own shit.
Don't. Yeah, go get your own shit, man.
How about that?
You know what I mean? Walk around with the receipt. Show people I bought this motherfucker. Wow.
You can get away with a
don't.
cipher because you cipher sounds. You can wear some fake shit and people
wore this
believe it's
once
real.
in a Biggie sketch I was doing.
So hip hop influenced you to do crimes.
To do crimes, yes. I went out into the streets, I stole cars, I shoplifted, and then peer pressure's involved and stuff like that.
Right.
You want to be down with the team or whatever in school. You cut school and then you start doing dumb shit. But what I was hearing, like beyond Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
Black Moon, like me and my team walked the streets at
At
night,
night,
like looking for
the
the right one.
baby.
That's what we was doing. We was
Yeah.
like, and I'm this little light-skinned pretty boy dude, but I'm like, oh, y'all look greasy and grimy like what I see in the videos. And I love the music. It's vibrating to me. It's hitting my core, my soul. I want to rob too. Take me with y'all. Let me
So funny, never
stuff that 40
You know,
yards down my sleeve on my
but when
no
you're
face.
young, you're impressionable. Did you rob?
I did not.
Did you listen to the robbery music?
I did.
But you didn't feel like robbing?
No, I did, but I will say I do think when people say that music doesn't make you feel that energy, I think that's a lie.
That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
That's
like
That's
like
bullshit.
I definitely when I listen to certain hip hop, if I'm in a situation where I need to get motivated to do something and feel tougher than I actually am,
Right.
yeah, the MOP Warriors album will do that fucking job for me.
But is there something that affects you more? Like, does Aerosmith just like take over your body? I'm just curious.
The only thing that hits me close to hip hop is very random like singer songwriter stuff like Paul Simon
Or James Taylor.
or James Taylor. Like it's like
Billy
writing.
Joel.
It's like I love Billy. I do love Billy.
I don't
Joel.
know what it is
fuck with
personally. Personally, John Lennon. I don't know, son. It
Just hits you.
Who's
just
mad at
hits
John
you.
But your shit,
Yeah, no,
that
man.
makes sense though, because John Lennon is all about the lyrics.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like
It depends. If you break down your personality,
Yeah.
you'll see why you like certain things, right?
Right.
Like I love the Police, the rock group, the Police, but because I love reggae so much that they have that reggae
They
shit.
did
in it.
Roxanne, right?
They Roxanne,
Roxanne,
yeah.
yeah.
So you could break it down. Like Lennon was all about the pen.
Right. Facts.
So
was
you're,
Hendrix.
you know what I mean?
And he was very political with his shit.
Yeah.
But no, nothing hits me
you're
more. Nothing hits me harder emotionally than hip hop does. And it's funny. Like I feel like people would not believe that. Like for some reason, it seems like when I argue with people or who don't know me, it's almost like they think I'm trying to pull off this caper of faking it for so. I'm like, what? I'm 43. You think I decided to go on a 25-year
So what-
fucking odyssey
what-
for
this-
some shit
this-
I don't like?
This show has gone very far from what I wanted it to.
Where do you want to go?
No, we're not going to go.
Take your
Yeah,
jacket off,
very
Cypher.
far,
You
very
ain't in
far.
war mode
It
no
didn't
more, bro.
work,
Take it
right?
off.
Yeah,
Take
he
the
had a
chain
whole game
off.
plan.
Take that off, too.
It's okay.
You
Look,
plan and God laughs.
I'm saying when we got to the take chains off part, you should have put it on the
I'll put the tip.
Yeah, at the very
Beef and
least.
Brox.
right.
What about him when he gets called a culture vulture? Why is that?
He's white.
We all know
Just
why.
because he's white
Who
and
is it that's
Jewish?
saying that, though?
He's white
That's what
and
you
he's
gotta
in a
look at.
he's white and he's in a place of
But he-
privilege and he's in a place that a
But he
lot of people
earned
aspire.
it.
Nobody cares about that.
No,
part.
but
He earned
understand.
look at me.
But hold
no
on.
one cares about that
The
part.
truth?
No.
I care.
No, they do not. Especially when you
care.
grow up, especially when you have a generation who came up with participation trophies. No,
Facts.
fuck no.
Facts.
I deserve it because I want it, not because I earned it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
because
yeah.
I want it.
Right.
And you give them cliches all day, like if you believe it, if you want it bad enough, you can have it.
me and
And then
this
even
guy-
your own words, he came out of nowhere.
The out of nowhere
Yeah,
part
but
hit
so
me.
did I.
But to him, he came out of nowhere.
Did you feel less special when Eminem emerged?
So funny. I hated literally on every white artist that like ever started to pop.
Really?
Yeah.
Third base
He
too?
wanted to be the
No,
white
not
artist.
third base. I was
I was
young.
gonna
I was
say,
10.
it is.
I was a kid.
Yeah, like-
And that's the influence of hip hop because black people hate on each other, and you just
No, you'd be like, I want to be the one.
one.
No, and then without fail, what happened over the years was the white people that I would hate on when they got into hip hop would inevitably become some of my closest friends in hip hop because we were so similar.
Right.
Like Asher Roth, still a dear friend.
Yeah.
Mac Miller, God
Because
rest his
they-
soul.
Vanilla Ice.
These are
Rest in
people.
peace to Mac
Don't
Miller.
bring up Vanilla Ice right after I said Mac Miller. I need a 10-minute break before we say Vanilla Ice.
Shout out to Mac Miller, man. Rest in peace.
But
He
like
shouted me out in the bar one time. I
He
was
did?
Like, yeah,
No,
he said
that's-
rap boxer. Yeah, a math hopper. I
Oh,
was like, oh!
Yo, man.
fire.
Word.
And when he came out, I remember being like, who is this? It's so crazy how our gut in hip hop can be to hate. Like he came out rapping on Hip to the Game by Lord Finesse.
Yeah.
And every blog posted it. And I'm like, who the fuck is this white boy rapping on Lord Finesse, Hip to the Game?
There can only
What
one.
is-
There
it's
can only be one.
I'm the one. I want to be the
one.
one. And then I met him one time and I was like,
I love this.
I really like you. It's pretty cool that you rapped on Lord Finesse, Hip to the Game. That's some underground shit, so rap.
That beat was made before he was even born.
Before he was
probably.
born.
I
Bro,
tipped-
you know how
I
many...
tipped my hat when I heard it.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I tipped my hat when I heard
Bro,
it.
you know how many
You
kids
don't wear
know?
hats.
You know how many kids know that song?
true.
You know how many people to this day who are now probably 25, 30 years old, they only know
That beat
that
from-
record.
from
They only know the
yeah.
Mac Miller record.
Yeah.
You fuck with Logic?
I do like Logic. He doesn't speak.
Jared, pull up every white rapper so we can ask.
Wait,
just run it down
is
one
Logic
time.
white?
Yeah,
We
right.
have poor Logic.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
He doesn't get
He's
tossed
mixed.
in
He's
white
mixed.
rapper.
He's mixed.
Have you not listened to his music? He talks about being biracial on every song.
yeah.
But yeah. But no, I fuck with Logic, and he's from the DMV, so you know I got love for Logic.
Well,
for sure.
I gotta say this. Getting off subject real quick. I want to say thank you. So I didn't have to pay you a dime, and I reached out to you years ago, and I had a record with Q-Tip, and I was like, "You play it." And he was like, "Yo, send it through," and you played it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do my job.
My God.
I
give
do
me
my
some-
job.
Give me some Rosenberg.
When good rappers send me music featuring my heroes,
Yeah.
I hit play.
Yeah.
I'm a hero. What can
You
I
played
say?
it.
Well, you're
played it.
welcome.
You played it. Thank
Now,
you.
so what
There
are
were
you
so many other
insinuating?
people that asked me for money.
They
He's not
literally,
insinuating. He's saying.
Oh, he's saying it.
they literally asked you for money.
Yes.
Payola.
Or they sent people to ask me for money.
See, I don't know. I come from.
We
a
used to have
different-
somebody on the show that asked me for money. But I'm not throwing no shit, you know. It's a little.
So DJs would say, you'd say, hey, can you play my record? And they'd say, hey, can you write me a check?
No, their man would be like, yo, just check it out, son. If you want to, you know, this is this and this is that. Just give me that. And,
Is that-
and we got you for blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And
Is that on
Got
a?
it.
Do you
know what
feel
I mean?
like that's on a street
the,
level?
The price that I heard from over there was like 5,000 or something like that.
Over there meaning Hot
5,000.
97? You
No,
point-
from the chair. That's-
Oh, the person who was in this chair.
Yeah.
So is this you think this is a street level thing? Because I never got that. I never got asked. It never was offered.
Well,
Maybe
Never was
offered
offered.
a couple
You're,
times.
You've been
you're,
offered.
you're on the other side of
Couple
the.
times.
You're on the other side of the turntable.
Right.
Well, you came up under Flex, so that's
Yeah, Red Alert sat there and told us about how people used to offer to pay him.
Oh yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about them days.
Yeah, like-
but that Red Alert and Chuck Chillout are Funkmaster Flex's mentors.
Right.
Right.
So it got down. When I first started with Flex, he told me, "Don't let these record niggas get in your ear,"
That's
which
what-
means don't let the record company guys try to trick you into telling me something's hot when it's really not.
Right.
And don't never take money for a record.
Right.
He's like, they're gonna put it in the sleeve, in the 12-inch sleeve. But nobody ever did that for me.
But you got offered before, like street artists had offered you money.
He probably
Yeah.
threw away some 12-inch sleeves with like thousands of
No,
dollars.
they
they
didn't
would,
even know.
Like,
no,
never
some
saw it.
street level artists would be like, yo, how much? And I'm like, yo, dog, I don't take money.
Right.
Let me hear the song. If I like it, I'll try to get it on.
Right.
I'm on a time slot that's not about the super underground shit, so it's harder for me. But
Yeah.
this is what I would do. This is me, Cipha Sounds, when I had my show Cipha Saturdays. I had to play mainstream shit. So what I did with all the street artists was I said, I can't play your record, it's too grimy. Rhyme on this R&B record. Or rhyme on do a fake remix to the hottest record, put your verse in the middle, and I'll play that, I'll shout you out. And bro, that's how me and Mano got cool.
Wow.
That's how Mano, first of all, Mano's my brother. His
Yeah.
episode on here was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
shout out to
fire.
Mano.
Shout out to Mano.
Yeah.
Mano, I met him when I used to be on Sirius Satellite Radio. I met him in the hallway. He's like, yo, you Cipha Sounds, right? Yeah, we talked. I said, I think I met you before, right? You one of them dudes that be outside Hot 97 waiting for K Slay. Fuck you talking about, son? I ain't never been outside waiting for K Slay. Don't you ever he's fresh out of jail.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm
Yeah.
not my bad. There's a lot of dudes outside
Yeah,
Hot
yeah.
97 screaming at me almost. So, all right, whatever. Like a week later, it's in the daytime. I'm telling you, he's in a Dodge Magnum. Remember when they had the Dodge Magnum station wagons?
Yeah.
He's in a station wagon. I turn the corner, I see his face. He just starts dying laughing. He goes, no. He told me to meet him here. I ain't just out here. He told me to meet him here. And from that day forward, like my brother,
Yeah.
right? And before he had records that we could actually play,
Right.
he was making a lot of street mixtape records. I told him to rhyme on the Cassie record. To this day, if I DJ a 2000s party, I played a version with Mano rapping on it.
That's
But
dope.
me and you?
You know what I mean? Me and you.
Yeah.
And then I would always do that, and I would tell people, rhyme on this. I can play this. I can get away with an 8-bar or a 16-bar remix.
Right.
No one's gonna question that.
Right.
And that's how I live. But like, my thing was I never took money, but I have been like, people would be like, yo, can you DJ my album release? Can you DJ this party for me? Da, da, da. But then we became people.
Right.
And I would never play nothing I didn't like.
Yeah. Never.
Oh, no. If somebody really asked me, like, yo, I
Right.
really need this.
Because there's a program list.
Whoa, well, no.
Oh, yeah.
That he played records he didn't
Yeah.
like.
Oh, yeah.
But he
Oh,
means
no,
in terms
I
of
mean-
his own selection.
No,
Right.
that, of course. The radio
Yeah, that's
station
all-
program, we
right.
have to play
Yeah,
that.
you gotta be
How
specific. though.
how do the records that's on the program list get on the program list?
There's a lot of, nowadays we would call it an algorithm. This is before social media and streaming, but it would be like, was it gaining enough traction at certain radio stations? Was the video out?
Would they do call out?
Would they do call out hook? Because we would call people, the radio station would do research.
Still does.
Yeah, they still do.
Yeah.
You ever get a CD back in the day? It said dirty, clean, instrumental, call out hook.
Call out research hook.
Yeah.
No.
It would just
Never
be
saw that?
it would just be 10 seconds of the hook.
Yep.
And they would call people on the radio station, or they would volunteer, and they would play them 20 hooks, and they voted which ones they liked the most.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, but it's
Research-
probably
research is a thing. It's probably
way
different,
more,
but
way
it's-
more automated and computerized now.
Is there a company that does that? Or the
Yeah.
artist
Yeah.
has to, make the call out hook
No,
version
no,
so we could.
Yeah, the label would make the call out hook. To the
Okay.
point where it was on the promotional CDs.
Correct.
Right.
So when they mailed them to, it wouldn't be on the CDs you buy in the store.
Right.
But when you send it to the radio station, it would say call out hook. And they would load that in and do all this research and surveys.
But now it's different. Now, we're playing a couple records at Hot right now. This is somewhat recent that are now straight added from TikTok. That's now a thing. But then, like,
you can see the numbers though.
But you can see the numbers. But then there's other things, like Rihanna dropped last week. And the record came out Thursday night at midnight into Friday. And the next morning, it was in rotation. Like, it's Rihanna. So
Right.
it is immediately, we are going
That
to
was
play it
because
every
of
few
the-
hours.
But that's
Yeah,
not
Wakanda
no
forever.
label like look we'll get her to perform.
This what
For
you're
free.
talking about.
Just,
No. I'm sure that happens in the Midwest and the South.
Right.
You're talking Hot 97 and New York and LA. Like it's impossible. It's impossible. The labels are here in the city. Like
Right.
you don't even have to do it. There's a relationship.
Already, yeah.
The labels come to the radio station and work the record. That's what work the record means.
Right.
You know how people always get mad and they talk about like politics, like they're always like politics, man. It's the fucking politics.
You know politics. They ain't gonna
You know
play
politics.
shit 'cause
Yo,
of the
politics is life, bro. Politics is in all of our
Facts.
lives. You doing
I
this
never
show is
understood that.
politics.
Facts.
Booking guests for the show is politics.
Facts.
They're trying to get money. So like a lot of times people think it's this really like evil thing in radio, and they don't realize it's like, nah, we're friends with the labels. Everyone's in the same industry. Is there fuckery there? Sure, there can be fuckery there, but not always.
Well, Rosenberg, you have to understand this word politics. If you break it down, it's
Politrix?
poly, which means many. Like polyester, it's many esters. And then there's ticks, which are bloodsuckers. So many bloodsuckers.
But you know,
that's why people
You know, politics, politics comes from polite. Like you're being polite. That's where
Polite,
politics comes from.
right. Wow.
So it's like when the Greeks had the what do you call it? What do you call it? Not the Senate. The
House?
Council.
yeah, not council.
It was the Senate.
What's the other one?
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're from DC.
Oh.
The Republic.
Yeah, but there's another word.
Not Republic.
Skip past
Congress.
Assemblyman.
Congress.
Okay, yeah.
When they had the Congress, they were being polite to each other. So that's
Right.
where politics comes from. So now, like, a label will come or an artist will come to the station and they have a reputation. It's like Papoose.
Right.
Papoose, me and him was super cool. I played his music because we were super cool.
Right.
And he was cool with enough people that it built up a little bit of a buzz.
Right.
Got to the next level, which is either enough and flex, and then gets to the programmers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it starts from somewhere.
But sometimes it starts with a check, right? Like
I'm
if I was
sure
to
that-
ask you to cut me in on your Monster Energy deal because I see you conveniently holding the
Advertising.
can in a way where the Monster
He turned
Energy
it- he
joint
turned the
is
logo.
pointed
Look at his
directly
face.
at the camera.
He made the monster.
So if I was
face.
to ask you, yo, am I gonna get PCO for that? These are politics.
If you asked me to introduce you to the Monster people, I would gladly do it.
Wonderful.
Those people
what's up,
are
man.
phenomenal.
Wonderful. Yeah, clap hands, clap hands.
There's a lot of haters.
I'm gonna blur it. I'm
There's a
gonna
lot of
blur it
people
for
that,
now.
there's
So I
a
ain't
lot
get
of
to check
people
it
that
out.
don't want Mav to eat.
I'm gonna blur it
That's
for now.
good. That's
No,
good.
I'm
buddy.
playing.
Bro,
But-
no, but seriously though.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll tell you this.
But that's politics.
Is this politics?
In a way.
That's who you know.
No, it's
Okay.
I turned this Douce cup
Here's-
conveniently like this.
Here's,
I do
this
say
is
so
more,
myself.
I would say this is more loyalty.
Loyalty. Right.
I had a 1-year deal with Monster Energy to post them twice a month. 1 year. It was like, I don't even know how much they gave me, 25, but, $1,000 a month or 2,000 a month. 1-year deal. I'm on my 7th year because I go above and beyond. And I bring them
That's back
shit.
to the same shit.
And I
From
do whatever they want.
And by the way, guess what?
Bro.
Guess who didn't get any money at that time from Monster? And they know us from the same place.
Wow.
But Syph got after it.
Bro, I
That's
went
what he
and did
does.
my-
Because
people.
he went above and beyond.
This dude that was the guy who went and got the young artist or whatever, he's now the head of the department.
Yeah.
What up, Kether?
That's my boy, Kevin. I don't know if he wants his name out there.
Oh, really? Sorry, Kay.
But this is the same thing. So like this is one of the biggest platforms I've been on in a long time.
Right.
So hello.
So I gotta ask you then,
Yeah.
because you wanted to do numbers, so you could be like, look, I showed.
Want what to do numbers?
I showed
The show.
I
you
showed
want the episode to do
I
numbers.
showed the
man.
Monster Energy at this
I mean,
part.
I am
and
really
look at
drinking
the
it, though.
views on this part. What's the worst thing you ever seen happen to a DJ who takes the bag?
Oh
And you don't have to name them.
no. I mean, there's some violence in this part.
Yeah, remove Monster from this.
Bro, I'll tell you. Okay, Flex told me.
Right.
Flex said never take money because the moment you take the money, they feel that they own you.
That's what Red
Right?
Alert said.
You're in the pocket.
You're in the pocket. They own you. I've seen, like, my name is clean in the streets, right?
Right.
My name is clean because I treat the streets, like the reason why you were saying when I was younger, growing up in the Bronx, all the thugs, gangsters, street niggas, they taught me, you're the smart one, we're gonna protect you.
Right.
Then they protect, but they taught me everything. So then when the money seems fast and too good, it's too good.
Right.
It's not,
It's not good money. All money ain't good money.
You know it's not gonna be good.
Right.
So you taking $1,000, $2,000, whatever, $5,000 from some thugs, and you don't play it as much as they think you should play it, there's gonna be a problem. So I was in a couple nightclubs, and like the Goonies would come in and grab a DJ, like move the furniture around, but the furniture was the DJ equipment.
Right.
Move them around, and I used to be like, you know what, you know, if you fuck with somebody's money or you fuck with someone's family, that's usually the code in New York where it's gonna get real. That's why I used to always tell him, don't fuck with somebody's money or their family.
I actually had a situation outside of Hot 97 because of that.
Because of me?
No, not true. Another DJ who I'm not even sure he was aware.
You know I haven't been there for 7 years, right?
Yeah, I know. Okay, let me just look this way.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so another DJ who's, I don't even know if he knew his entourage was doing this. He was charging for plays. I did a record with somebody, and that person was like, yo, you know, they told me just give them this, and they'll play it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm listening to the radio the night that this DJ is playing. I'm like, okay, it's on. 8 bars, it went off.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell happened? I call him, I'll be like, yo, they talking about they heard a curse word or whatever. That shit is clean, bro. I don't know why they doing that. And then the next week it was, yo, they said they not gonna play the record. I gotta give them more money. So I went down to Hot 97, me and a couple of guys, and we stood outside.
What year was this?
This
Not even what year. Was it before Gravy got shot?
Yes.
Okay.
It was before.
The day after Gravy got shot.
That wasn't going on
The
no more.
New York City police camera went up across the street.
Right. It was before
I know
then.
everything that happened before and after.
Right. It was before then.
Yeah, it had to be before.
And what was the hot record at the time? I'm trying to remember. But anyway, so, you know, I pull up. You know, I see certain people. I'm like, hey, what's up with da-da-da-da. Uncle Murder peeps the whole shit. He's like, yo, Mav, hold on, I'll make a call. And he calls the DJ. He tells him what's going on. And the DJ's like, yo, I don't know why niggas is doing that, but yo, I'm going to play the record right now. And he goes to the car. He turns it up. He's like, yo, Mav, they playing it right now. And I'm like, all right. And I help my friend get his money back. And from that day on, that DJ never played anything of mine. If somebody sent them a record that I was on, they would cut my verse. And I was like, damn, this is the game? This is the game?
I mean, it is a game.
Yeah.
Welcome to life.
It is a game. So he never played your stuff because
of that situation.
It wasn't your record or was somebody else?
It was a record that I was on.
But you showed up.
They were doing this person dirty. And I showed up like, yo, nah, you gotta be fair.
Did that DJ ever talk to you?
Never.
See, that's how I always, bro, if that happened to me, I would call you the next day. Not that night, because everybody's a little riled up at night.
Right.
I would call the next day and be like, what happened? What's the situation? How did it go left?
Right.
You gave this to him. Okay, I didn't approve that, or there was a mistake. How do we fix it?
Yeah, that needs to be made right, man. You gotta give me a beat or something, bro.
Okay,
Give you a beat.
He's talking to somebody else.
Whoever you are.
Where is he? Where is he? He's somewhere.
He's talking to somebody else.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I have a friend that works in the recording industry. I'm not gonna say their name.
This is a whole show full of nobody saying names.
Yeah, nah,
This
I'm
is
not doing
amazing.
that.
This is the anonymous episode.
Usually it's everyone else but me. But you know,
I'm not doing that.
keeping it.
But
Keeping it friendly for
they
Monster
came to me.
Energy. Shout out to Monster Energy. Give me the can. Give me the can. Give me the can. Give me the can.
Give me the can.
That's worth money right there in Math Hoffa's hand. Wow, look at that.
Monster Energy.
Yeah, the M is for math.
energy that
Facts.
feeds your
Wow. Matt the Monster Energy.
Then the white can and the whole thing.
But I have a friend in the recording industry who told me, like, because I have like artists I manage, right? So I'm like, you know, they love the record. The person that's in the industry, like, yo, the record is hot. It could be fucking all over the place, yada yada. I'm like, all right, so what's the next step? So you shot a video, yeah. You have money for marketing and promo, stuff like that, yeah. There's a budget, yeah, but you're gonna have to pay the DJs. How much you gotta pay the DJs? Or you got a budget for about 60, 70,000? I'm like, what the fuck for what?
Yeah,
If they like the record, they should fucking play it. I thought that's how it goes.
Listen, I feel
Nah,
like
it's payola, bro. You gotta pay them.
I always
That's why a lot of dirt
it's actually
records
not.
get on the
And that's
radio.
why, again, I'm gonna say, shout out to Funk Master Flex, another DJ, played my record, and I didn't have to drop a dime for it.
He's not gonna. Flex ain't gonna take money.
But by the way, this is the thing. I always feel like
I gotta talk to Flex.
I always feel like I'm making excuses when I get asked about this stuff because I have no good stories. But the truth is, I have zero information on any DJ at Hot 97 taking money for records. I am not saying it's never happened. I'm saying I've literally never seen it. The only times I've ever been offered money for records, which by the way, 2 weeks ago, we had a fucking event over at Rockefeller Center. Someone comes up to me on the street and just like, yo, Rosenberg, how much it costs? A lot of people don't even think it's bad. They just think like...
No. It's because it's like...
They just
it's like part of the game.
Yeah, they go, so what does it cost to get on? I always have to go, there's no cost to get on. Here's my email address. I'm gonna tell you, and because of Cipha always taught me early about expectations. If I like it, I'll play it. If I don't, I'm not going to. Like, that's just how it is.
Right.
And then it's up to the person to do what they're gonna do. And but I've never seen it. Like, and to me, it's like,
You've never seen it, but have you heard it?
That don't mean it don't happen.
have I heard records that I went,
I've heard it the exact.
How much was that?
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
My God, how much was that?
Right,
you know what I mean? Like,
there's I've heard it the way you're saying it. Like, yo, you gotta pay the DJs. I've also never seen it. But also, there's street DJs. K-Slay played so much shit.
Shout out to K-Slay, another
rest in peace,
brother that
K-Slay.
played records for free.
He played so much shit that I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know who these people are. And I looked at it like, yo, he reps so hard for these people, young black artists from wherever, because he was respected everywhere.
Right.
I didn't like a lot of those records. So did he get money for them? I don't know. Also, he might like shit I don't like. So how am I supposed to, huh?
I said, then there's that.
right, and then there's
Like
people...
he likes shit I don't like. There was some shit
Rest
that
in
was...
peace, K-Slay. Played my
But
shit
I
for free.
respected it so much.
Right.
And then he also used to tell me, he goes, Sipe, you be sneaking shit in. Like, he's like, yo, I respect you. On Saturday at 12 noon, you sneak shit in that shouldn't be on. And I go, I find my little ways. And that's it. But that's coming from the OG, right?
Right.
But I don't know, like, if he just really liked those records.
Right.
Okay, it happens. Let's just get that out the way.
Okay.
It happens. People accept money to pay records. It happens.
I believe that.
Right.
Yeah, it happens.
Who are the people you know?
Wait, I'm not.
Go ahead, Mac. Let it go.
No one, absolutely no one that I'm going to sit here and mention because
said absolute? That's what you
because
said?
they don't. Wow, that's funny. That's funny. That's fucked up.
Why would you do that?
I'll fuck with you.
By the way, Absol's calling you tomorrow.
Look at my Instagram. It says comedian. I'm joking.
Because the people who take money, it's a lot like dealing drugs. You don't see the guy who's actually doing the dirt. You see the hand-to-hand guy. So the hand-to-hand guy goes and gets the money and takes it up to the DJ. And maybe he doesn't give him all the money because he added on whatever
He added his
got.
own fee.
Welcome to the life.
So that's what my guy in the industry.
Am I sitting here telling you that it's right? No, but I don't beef about the cost of doing business.
And also paying a promoter for the record, paying an indie promoter runs right up to the line of payola, right?
Exactly.
Like, you're paying an indie promoter, you're not paying the DJ.
Right.
But the indie promoter has the relationship, they can get the records played.
And if
that's okay.
If
Right.
he changes,
That's okay.
That's okay.
If the guy who
So how does that work?
because if the
You know what I mean?
if the guy who took the money from you changes his
Yo.
title to independent promoter, now
If
suddenly
you
it's
take money from certain people, man, it's gonna.
Is this-
one day your man is gonna be like, "Yo, play this, or we're gonna die tonight."
Well, no, but the difference, there is a difference that could exist, though. The difference would be, there are situations where you pay an indie promoter and they're like, we will get your record played. That doesn't mean that indie promoter is handing over cash to a DJ.
Yeah.
It may just be that they have a quid pro quo relationship with the DJ.
All right, so but I want to be logical.
Yeah.
Who's really turning down the money?
No, you turn
a lot of people. A lot of
Right.
people.
If it's coming from the indie promoter, whose job it is to kind of be like, all right.
Oh, they're not turning, indie promoter's not turning it down.
No,
Right.
but that's
He's
because
gonna
he's
take
like,
it.
But he's
But
evil.
when he goes to that DJ, the DJ knows, bro,
Yeah, but
you got the
He-
bag.
no, wait. He's evil Knievel, bro. He gets paid for the attempt. It's just like a fucking publicist.
Yeah.
You can hire me as a publicist.
Oh no.
I can do whatever I can
if you take my money, it better not be
Right.
a tip.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, bringing the streets into it.
That's
I'm
not
just
how
saying.
that
Yeah,
works.
but by the way, I hired a publicist for my album last year. Let me tell you, if I'd been on some street shit, I would have been at the office the next
Right.
day. I got dick from it. So
No press.
That's not how that works. A publicist, again,
They'll
gets
try.
paid for the. Now listen, when I was working PR, I would keep a list of everyone who said yes and everyone who said no, and I would send it over to the artist. All these people said no. I've pitched them. I put you at the front of the line. I gave them your whole
Wait,
spiel.
of what? Of promoters?
No, publicists.
Okay, publicist, yeah.
All these people said no. These 6 people said yes. These 14 people said no. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to interview you. Does that mean that I don't get paid? No, because my job was to get your
Do the
shit
outreach.
on there and
much you
get
charge for
your
that?
ears. Back then, 2,500. Back
But
then,
see, now everything stops right there. Because I'm looking at that like, okay, give me the list of whoever said no, and let me go try to take them to lunch or
Sure.
meet them at an event.
Sure.
Or how
Or-
you know what I mean? Like there's
or
ways to
stuff
like,
5 racks
or
in their
give
pocket.
5,000.
But what's the difference between when back in the days you used to go to a club and you run down on the DJ with your squad and be like, yo, here, play my record.
well,
I would never
one
say
is
that.
strong
what I'm
arm.
saying is,
What is a crime? Some DJs are not going to react to that. Some DJs are not going to react
And
to
some
that.
are gonna react
But
poorly.
if you're in the club, you got a section, you're buying bottles.
Right, you got the bag.
You know what I mean? And correct me if I'm wrong, DJs pay attention to that, right?
Yes, for sure.
And then you be like, hey man, great party. Can you play this for us? We're in here.
See,
Right, in the club. So what I'm saying is, what's the difference between when you do that and doing it payola-wise on a
club-
radio station?
it is
Well,
different.
And
It
this
is
is DJ that
different.
works
No,
at
that-
you
but
can't
now
get
you're
in trouble
getting
for that.
You're getting into the FCC rules
Right.
Right.
of advertise. The radio stations don't make their money from playing music. They make their money from
Advertising.
advertising. The music is just the sweetener to get you to listen to the commercial.
Right.
So now that's where the legal aspect comes in. If you come to have I taken $100 to play Sweet Caroline for fucking Alex
request?
Rodriguez?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, is that actually what was it A-Rod who requested Sweet
Yeah.
Caroline?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. you
But
get
that's the Red
tip.
Sox
Yeah,
song. That's terrible.
That's
let
like,
me down.
but yo, I swear to
He
God.
let me down.
This is,
A-Rod,
I'm
you
talking
let me
about,
down.
I'm talking about some guy at a wedding that gives you $50.
Right,
I
right.
swear to God, every time anyone ever handed me money at a club, I gave it to whoever was carrying my crates. Every time.
Right.
Or I
You took
used
the
it-
money.
Yeah, but I.
Yeah, you took
But
the money.
but
And you're a
that's-
DJ.
But in the
on radio.
club,
that's
it's
in a
different.
club.
But it's in a
There's
club.
no
There's no legal
There's no
ramification.
legal
Yeah.
ramification.
It's just you're just giving them 3 minutes in a club.
You might as well be tipping the bartender.
Nah,
Right.
It's almost the same.
And
I
yeah.
done gave the $50 DAP before, like.
Yeah.
what's up,
In
my
a
nigga?
club
This
is different.
Yeah, you're just trying to get the
Yeah, man.
artist happy. They want to hear the song for 3 minutes in a club. You're not losing anything.
Right.
To do it on the radio, you're breaking the law.
Yeah.
You're fucking.
It's
just
illegal.
federal
We have a-
law.
Yo,
if
listen,
you're on the
so,
radio, you
right,
have
federal
to
law.
contract.
Has there ever been a situation where someone came and paid you to play a record? Everybody in the club is going crazy. They're like, yo, that record is hot. Run it back. You run it back 3-4 times. Next thing you know, you're on the radio the next morning, and you get a call from people saying, yo, that record you played in the tunnel last night, or Speed, or Exit, was fucking fire. Play that record. And then the radio station, your program directors don't know that you played that record last
Come on,
night.
first of
Somebody called
all,
it.
does the phone line even is that even
that
a
a thing
real
anymore?
It
thing?
used to be. It used to be.
I don't.
used
I
to
haven't
be.
heard
What do you mean? The
that.
phone line exists. It works.
Yeah, I know,
wait,
but,
the answer to that
but are you
question.
guys like adhering to that?
No.
Yes.
Well, let me say this though. Since I've been at Hot, I do not recall. We don't write down requests.
See?
When I was there,
When I interned for Tigger, I was writing down requests.
Here's the rule.
Right.
Here's the rule.
Then again, we don't have interns anymore, so I don't.
But this is the phone lines to me. Well, back in the day was Twitter, right?
Right.
The phone line was Twitter, but there's 12 lines, and for whatever reason, if they all lit up, that means something just happened.
Right.
One time I picked up the phone line, they were like, Dave Chappelle is doing a concert in Brooklyn with The Roots, Mos Def, Kanye West, Talib Kweli, and the phone
the
lines lit
picnic.
up. The what?
The Roots Picnic.
Yeah, no,
the
block
Dave
party.
Chappelle
Block
Block
Party,
Party, not the
yeah.
picnic.
One
Block
time
Party.
it was like somebody got shot. I forget who it was. It was like back in the day. But like, yo, somebody just got. People would call the station and give us news. Now, if 3 or 4 people within your shift called for a certain song, your ears perk up, and you go, "Why they calling for that song?" Now, if they call back to back to back, that's somebody trying to fuck with us. But if it happens an hour in between, 2 hours in between, what's up with this song? Then you go investigate it.
Right.
And you hear it. So yeah, there was like a rhythm to new shit coming out.
Right.
Flex used to have a rule. If he drives from his house to the radio station and he hears a song 3 times, it's getting on that night. He is, because it was hot. We didn't have social media. That was social.
Right.
Right.
Right? So now a club is different. Like, I would never, there'd be some goons in a club and they try to give me $1,000 to play the song.
Right.
My hood sense goes, this is not gonna go well.
That's too much money.
Yeah.
This is not gonna go well.
Too much.
That's too much money.
Right?
That expectation is more than.
But if they go, yo, Cipha, we got an artist here. We would love for you to play his record. Da 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 da. I can't really throw it on tonight. Let's see what we can do. And they came back 4 times in a row, 4 weeks in a row at that club. Let me check it out.
You're probably going to play it on the 4th.
And they go, yo, you need a bottle or something? I don't drink, but my niggas do. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And then it's like a relationship.
Right.
But this is,
But if the record's trash,
if it's trash, I
now
wouldn't
what?
play it.
Now what?
I
These
wouldn't
guys
play-
are still standing right there. They're
Bro,
still offering
me,
you a bottle.
I can only speak for me.
Who?
I would, me.
So you never felt the heat before?
I got the heat.
But
the
you
heat.
stood up to it.
I never backed down.
What was the craziest situation of you feeling the heat? Pause.
Bro. So my show was, look, he's gonna tell you.
Feeling the heat.
My show on Saturday was 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cypher
Right.
Saturdays.
Right.
And then, oh no, this is when it moved. 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. I pull up to the station like 11 a.m. and there's 2 dreads on each corner. I pull up this Saturday morning. I pull up. I go. There's never
Dreads in the morning. You don't need. First of all, you don't see no dreads in the morning.
never
That's a
good.
fact.
Bro, I
They've
pull
been
up.
drinking Becks all night, man, and
Bro.
smoking blunts.
Dread like, bro.
You know, I get
What
up
they
in the
call
morning.
gunman. The gunman was there. I go, oh, fuck. All right, I park up. I get this Jamaican gangster dude that I used to see in the Jamaican clubs. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna do the accent. Yo, Cypher, come here.
Right.
He's like, yo, this is my artist. This is my artist. He's sitting
My
in the passenger
artist.
seat. My artist.
My artist.
Yo, you gotta play this. You gotta
Right.
play this. He plays a song. It's trash.
Draga.
But this, I know, street dudes trying to clean their money, get out young artists, try to get in the game. I know all that.
Right.
I go, he goes, you gotta play this today. I go, well, I send it to you. Send it to me. Send it to me.
Tippity.
And he's like, no, you gotta play this today. He's playing it loud. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, bro, I can't.
It's not getting any better.
I can't play it. So I'm like, nah, I can't play it. The guys start coming closer, right? They walk in closer.
yeah.
I'm like, so he goes, yo, you gonna play this today, and lifts up his shirt and shows me the heat. So I go, fuck. Okay. So I go, in my mind, if I play that today, this guy owns me.
For life.
If I say I'm gonna play it and don't play it, I now lied to this guy. He has a reason to come after me.
Right.
So he goes, you gonna play this today? And I go, listen. Listen.
Yeah.
I love my job so much. It's the only thing I live for. I have nothing else in life. Hot 97 is my life.
Yeah.
If I play this, it's horrible. I'm gonna get fired.
There you go.
You told him it's horrible with the
Right in
artist
his face.
standing right there.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I go, this is horrible. If I play this today, I'm gonna get fired. And if I get fired, I'm gonna shoot myself. Yo, the guy goes, yo, this man crazy. I'm crazy. So I caught him with a shocker, right?
Yeah.
And then I go, listen, let me go to your studio. Let me listen to some other shit you got.
Right.
If you don't have nothing good, I promise you I'll make something with you.
And that's where I get caught up.
Huh?
That's where I get caught up.
That's where you get caught up.
Right
What do you
there,
mean?
right there in that spot.
What, coming to the studio? And
I offer to help when I hear that the record is trash. That's where I get caught.
That's why you get caught up.
That's exactly.
So
Get
funny.
caught up, what, in a bad
I never
way?
think that.
Oh, my shit must be fire, because this nigga ain't never offered to help me with shit. That's what's
Oh,
up.
but listen, but I know this guy.
I told you one thing to do on one specific record. It was the only piece of advice I ever felt like I needed to give you.
Bro, I know.
One thing.
And-
And you told that
and you
it
know
turned
what
out you
this
made
spells?
that record specifically like that on purpose.
Right, and you told me that. And I said, I could trust Mecca or I could trust myself. And then Funkmaster Flex picked that exact record to play out of 5 that I said,
Wait, he played Super Gangster, right?
Yes, he did.
That's not the one I gave
That
you
is the
advice on.
record.
It wasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it wasn't.
I swear to God.
No, don't swear to God. He ain't gonna come in here and help you.
Swear to Big Daddy Kane.
I swear to Rakim.
Swear to Wu-Tang.
Swear to Wu-Tang.
Wait, but so you
swear
said
to Bad Boy.
thing?
That
No,
was the record.
no. You did what you needed to do in that specific situation. You had dudes with guns coming to you.
Yeah, but I wasn't even. I mean, I was scared.
I get caught when the record's trash, and I had to learn to say, "Yo, this is like trash," and then leave it there. Like I'm not offering to come help you. I'm not coming to the
Yeah,
studio
but see,
spending hours.
but I
and
really
beating you in
did-
the head to do something different, especially if I think you're gonna suck anyway.
Yeah, but I could. That kid wasn't a gangster. He was just an artist trying to
Make it, yeah. So why crush his dreams like this? Guy?
That record was horrible, but there was something to him.
Right.
Okay, that's
There was something
Did
to
you
him.
get a good record from him?
Yeah, not great, but here's the thing.
see.
Not great.
I'm gonna
Not
tell
great,
you.
it was
Listen,
good.
I went
Not
to
great,
the
it was
studio.
good.
I knew who this guy was. This guy, you heard of the Shower Posse?
Yeah.
He was like the descendant of the Shower Posse.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I don't get him. Not that I'm scared. It's just like I'm always in reggae Jamaican clubs. Like
Right.
I'm known as the guy that breaks Caribbean music.
Right.
So I go to the studio, played a couple joints. I like that one, but let's make a freestyle. Like I
Yeah.
did the same with Mano. Rhyme on this.
Right.
Bro, and within a month, the artist showed this guy he was lazy, wasn't doing the work. The guy dropped him anyway.
Yeah, there it is. Bang, bang.
So I'm gonna get shot for someone you don't even really care about. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to clean your money. From that point on, any club in Brooklyn, I was good for being real with the guy.
Right.
The guy would come to the booth and be like, "Yo, Cipha, good." Nobody. I said, "Bro, nobody was saying nothing." Anyway. Why you doing this?"
I wasn't in trouble.
Right,
Why are you
right,
doing
Good.
this?
But then later on, he ended up. No, he knew a lot of other big artists from Jamaica who I would play their record, but they're known artists, like
Right.
big artists. I would play their record. I would go to Jamaica and be good. Like it was like a thing, but like
Yeah.
it was because I was real and
It's
honest.
the rite of passage. Right.
It's how I always been.
Same here.
So
By the way, the
Rosenberg-
record was energy. It wasn't.
No,
It was energy.
no, I'm
It was
telling
energy.
you.
It was energy.
It
No,
was
you're
Super
wrong.
Gangsta. I'm
No, it
telling
wasn't.
you,
It wasn't
Super
Super
Gangsta.
Gangsta. It was energy.
I'm not gonna
How would I
argue.
even know
I
the
remember.
name of that song?
Nigga, I'm a battle rapper. My
What the
memory
fuck
is
does that have to do with
impeccable,
anything?
nigga. My memory's impeccable.
And
son.
yet, you don't remember that the song was actually energy.
No, I'm telling you, it was Super Gangsta.
It was
But
energy.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It was energy.
Has Consequence ever dropped the bag on you? Just curious.
Why consequence?
What, did you say that because I've played his records before?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you recently heard me
I just
play it,
noticed that. I did.
No, so Conce is a persistent kind of cat. That's a good example. Like you build relationships over years, and there are some people they send you a record, you go, yeah, I'm gonna play it, and it's because you do generally like them as an artist.
Right.
You like some records more than you like other records.
Right.
But it's
I don't even know how you ever met Consequence. But Consequence is Q-Tip's cousin.
correct.
So if he said that to him the first day he met him, he already got a leg up,
There it is.
right?
Probably. But I already like Consequence because he was Consequence from Beats, Rhymes, and Life. Like I was already,
So did you take that for face value? Like, yo, I'm Q-Tip's cousin, and you just believed him? Or you was like, get the fuck
No, he was on the album.
No, everybody
He was
knew.
on the album,
Yeah,
okay.
everybody
He was
knew.
on the album.
Yeah, exactly. I remember Consequence from the B-side of Award Tour. He was on the Chase Part 2.
What
Or
you're
the
saying?
Chase.
You're saying he played a record that you don't
No,
think
I'm
you
saying
ever
if
played?
Consequence walked up to me and was like, yo, I'm Q-Tip's cousin, I'd be like, get the fuck.
No, yeah, but I'm saying for now.
That's
Yeah, you recently heard me play a record of his?
It-
The Bloodstained shit
Yeah.
shit recently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts, facts.
Yeah, I saw him at Summer Jam. He was like, I got a record, Bloodstains, produced by Kanye. I said, send it to me. Send me the clean. Like,
Bro,
that's...
I don't know nothing he plays. He plays
Yeah,
wild underground
Flex
shit.
told me recently, Flex was like, he was like, yeah. He basically was like, yo, I've tried to Shazam the records you play. They're not even on Shazam.
Yo, but without
Some of
him,
them are. Some of them are.
bro, without him, like ASAP Mob, I never say a DJ makes an artist, but if you play it first, that fucking matters. Right? ASAP Mob and ASAP Rocky would have been somebody if he didn't play it first. But I don't know that world. I know the world where he did play it first. He took Purple Swag.
Yeah, Peso.
Made a clean version because rappers don't give us clean versions, which fuck you, making us work for your life. He cleaned up a record and played it. And a thousand other, I never heard of Action Bronson before him. I never heard of Griselda before. Griselda, to me, the beats are like, these are slow, non-club, non-dancing music where my commercial DJ ear don't hear it right away. But if he's playing it, there's got to be something to it. And then I go, oh, this is the new woo or whatever it is. You know what I mean? You start to hear it. But he breaks so much. Who's the other kids? The Brooklyn kids.
Pro Era?
Flatbush.
Pro Era.
Flatbush
Zombies. Shout out to Flatbush Zombies.
I can't play any of this stuff when I was on the radio. Like it just wasn't for the level of the station I was on.
But while we're talking about shit that I've broken or gotten credit for, the one thing I'd be remiss to not say on a platform as great as my expert opinion. By the way, One Up is Life. Available everywhere.
We haven't said it yet.
Thank you. That's why I'm here.
Okay,
we plugged Monster. We didn't plug One Up as Life.
But anyway, we should have had a T-shirt.
I know. So, but I will say this:
we're sponsored by Dior.
The one conversation I find to be that always gets is quiet. The amount of hate. I swear to God, I think one of the most detrimental things in my career to my relationship with other artists was my support of Kendrick Lamar. When I tell you I offended the biggest names in the game hated on me because of my love of Kendrick. I went too hard.
On behalf
I went so hard for him.
And all other people that love Kendrick, thank you for that.
But why does that happen though?
I have no idea.
Because it's different.
It's weird.
No.
It's weird.
Not the music. We know he's an ill artist or whatever. But because he bigs him up so much, why would that make you think, oh, he's not going to big me up too?
What were they saying?
They would go
so when I went hard. Like I'd been doing the show already for 3 or 4 years when I heard Section 80. And I started playing this song, Ronald Reagan Era was the first Kendrick record I played. And I started playing it, and then I played other shit, and I was like, I quickly decided, I'm like, this guy's it. Like, this is it. This is all the shit that I love in a package that's fucking the highest level imaginable.
And it can go.
Why not? Why would I not push all my chips in? And I got it right. I guessed right. He is a top 10 rapper without question of all time. He is one of the greatest artists in all of music. I mean, these are all facts. And when I tell you, I'm not greats. All-time greats who would see me and have like a little like, yeah, Kendrick. And I'm like, who gives a shit? I thought, why not celebrate the fact that I helped play some, because Kendrick was going to be a king no matter what. I played a small part in New York in helping push his shit forward. Why wouldn't you be on board with that? Oh, it's weirdo rap. It's this, it's that. Oh, by the way, don't get me started. I broke Tyler, the Creator.
Future.
Tyler, the Creator, one of the best in rap. Clean those myself.
Bro, go on YouTube. The little YouTube presence we got from back in our day. Odd Future came to the radio station, wildin'. I'm like, who are these people and what's happening right now? And he's like, he's loving it. I was at the show last night.
By the way, to this day, shout out to them, to Tyler and to Clancy and that whole team. They are some of the most appreciative, respectful. Like when Tyler played The Garden, I was fucking, he makes sure, come see me, come backstage, be here.
Bag? He gave you the bag?
He didn't give me a bag, but I had some drinks, some water, and whatever snacks were available. And it's crazy because Tyler's another one, weirdo rap. Yo, Tyler dropped one of the best rap albums. That Tyler record, Call Me If You Get Lost, one of the best rap albums the last decade.
Now I gotta ask you though,
the tour
was one of the best live shows I've ever seen. It was incredible.
Who was the person that you gambled on that didn't work?
Oh man, that's endless.
It's an endless.
What do you mean didn't work?
That depends what you mean.
We don't know his name if you say it.
Yeah, but you were like, this is it, and it wasn't it.
Nah, there's probably songs like that. I wouldn't say artists.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, it depends what you mean. There are artists that I'll say this. There are artists I've gone super hard for who never made it commercially.
Who?
But you'll be familiar with them.
They have a, what do you call it before?
Niche following?
No, a mid-level life.
Yeah, a middle class.
Middle class
Middle
life.
Yeah, like my
A
God,
lot of
one of-
rappers that he helped out make their living off of rap music. Now, are they
Homeboy
superstars?
Sandman.
Homeboy Sandman was who I was
saw
going to
that
say.
comment.
Homeboy Sandman is one of the most talented rappers on planet Earth. I will die on that hill. I will put him up against anyone. He is fucking brilliant. He does shit that no one can do.
Right.
He also is fucking weird and dense and it's hard and like sometimes his choruses are not meant for commercial consumption at all.
Made a whole song about food.
Yeah.
Literally
A
the hook.
lot of dead pres be healthy talk. You know,
Yeah,
like a lot of
all the way through.
vegetarian talk. But like, I'll play him to the day I die. I play Homeboy Sandman literally probably, I'm not kidding, he's played on at least 50% of my radio shows for the last 15 years.
Lightning Bolt still goes.
What? Lightning
Bolt.
Bolt. Yo, he's gotten better over the last few years. His music
yeah.
now, he has a new project.
But that's what I'm saying. That one was
now
from
you're
back in
getting
the
into
day.
the realm
That
of
shit
where
still
I'm
goes.
like, ooh, who is Lightning Bolt?
yeah, you like Homeboy
Dark
Sandman.
Cloud. I like Dark Cloud better.
You like Homeboy Sandman though, he can rap his ass
No,
off.
I do. I know Homeboy Sandman. He's nice. But
yeah, no, there's no one who I'd say was like they failed. They just, some people are meant for it to be commercial. I never thought fucking Tyler and Earl were gonna be millionaires.
But
I saw that coming.
you saw it coming.
I saw that.
I
coming.
didn't know they'd be that poppin'.
I saw Tyler had something else in him when he started, like just the being at the head of that monster that was everywhere. I
Yeah.
was like, that guy, right? Like, keep your eye
I'll
on
check
him.
your Twitter page.
And
to
he's
see if-
nice as shit. Like
That's
he's
real.
always been able to
check to
spit.
see if that's real. You might
You're gonna
be,
have to go,
be buying credit.
You're
right
gonna have to
now.
go way back, but like, yeah, no, I saw.
I want to say thank you to you guys for being.
Smells like a wrap-up.
No.
like we're
It's
getting
not. It's not a
wrapped
wrap.
Okay, that was funny.
But I want to say thank you guys
That
for
was
being
very good.
authentic, and because not enough people get, credit for being authentic. Like I really care about this record. I really care about this artist. I really care about this culture. You don't get that a lot nowadays. Nowadays it's like, talk to my man. You figure it out. You know what I mean? So when I come across two gentlemen that are authentically in love with the culture and support it,
We love it so much.
You guys too?
Bro, we don't do shit. We don't even hang out.
Right.
We about hip-hop.
Right.
Whenever there's a want-up thing to do, we do it together, and we do our podcast every week. We are so much into the music and the culture, to our detriment,
Right.
we don't get our credit.
That's you're gonna get your credit.
Yeah,
but we gotta
when
take a 5-minute break.
Why is Cipha Sounds not on Ebro in the morning?
No, that's not the question.
Here's what we need separate.
That's not the question because Ebro in the morning exists after he left. So, yeah.
Controversial question, man.
Hope Ebro doesn't think I'm instigating.
No, he wouldn't think that.
I'll know on Twitter by tomorrow.
You hope Ebro doesn't get mad at you for instigating? Is that what you
No,
meant to say?
turn the light off, bro.
So I hope he doesn't think that he's
Yeah.
instigating.
So
Because I can hear him now.
Mad Hoffa interview yesterday.
And I gotta say, I don't like how these guys, they get on, these podcasts and they think, they could just say whatever like that. That's my friend, and that's why I know about what you said last night.
You don't want him to think you're instigating with that impression.
Just saying, shout out to Ebro. Now Ebro's the homie, son. That's the homie.
Sip this water. We ready?
Him and Joe Buttons, they cleared the path for bald bearded men.
Wow, it's true.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, they did. In media. Here we are.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're like,
I got nothing.
you don't fit.
This is absolutely not the club I'm in. I showed up on the wrong night.
Don't worry, I'm going to Turkey soon.
Pardon me, fellas.
You do
I'm
it?
going to Turkey. I'm going to do it.
Embrace your boldness.
I'm going to do it, bro.
Embrace your boldness, brother.
No, I embraced it for years.
Years.
This happened to me at 25, bro.
Yo, man. Me
happened to me
at
at
24 in prison, I understand, bro.
God damn, bro.
Anyway,
Like,
Bro,
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna look crazy. Bro.
at first it was cool because it's like, oh, you look like a porn star. Cool, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Justin Slayer.
Now it's like, facts. Justin Slayer. You know, I ran with that mad times, bro. But now it's like, damn, I want a different selection, bro.
This
Like,
is not where
I
GPS
want
said we were
options.
going with this conversation.
I'm just saying, I want options. You got options, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, you could do the Erykah Badu, you could do the Bob Marley. Like, I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta do this.
You got a bunch of hats.
Hats fit you well.
You got so many hats.
You got a lot of
Right,
hats.
but then when it's like a
Hats.
formal occasion, it's like
Where, you know?
I gotta wear
fedora?
a suit.
Get a fedora. There
No,
you go.
No,
Get a fedora.
No, bro.
Put a little feather
That
in it.
doesn't work.
Crazy on
That
you.
doesn't
I ain't
work.
gonna
Especially since like some old school people are like, you gotta take your hat off when you step indoors.
front. You act like
It's
LL
like,
Cool J.
do I have
like
to? No,
So
I don't
funny, I
want
feel
to.
no way about it. I feel no way about being bald.
I don't know why.
Of all the things I'm insecure
man.
about, it's like when people make that joke, I'm always just like, if you call me, there's everything else I could feel insecure about. But like, baldness is just like, it's luck of the
But
draw.
there's no reason for us to feel insecure.
Yeah, it's not-
It's the
it's-
reason that we are bald.
Here it
You
comes.
guys know
Right,
that's
it's too
the
much
reason.
testosterone.
Talk about it, guys.
We
Say
have
it.
more testosterone than regular men. So we're more men than regular men.
Yet we feel like less
Like-
of men because
like-
of.
Yeah.
And yet you're going
no,
to
no,
Turkey.
no. Any woman can do this. Any woman can do that.
No, they can't.
But there's
Not
no
that.
woman
No, they can't.
on the planet that could
That can
be
pull this
bald
off?
like us.
Sure they can.
Nah, there's none.
Didn't Will Smith just slap somebody
none.
over a woman who's doing
There's
this?
none. Where they
wasn't
at?
done right.
Where they at?
What I just say? What's Will Smith just slapped somebody over his woman? doing this
because
and that.
That's alopecia. No,
Listen.
I ain't say it. Will, listen. It wasn't
You
me.
don't want those problems.
It was not me, okay? I already know. I know who you run with, man. I've been figured you out.
Listen.
This guy is cool.
When I came home from prison, when people was making fun of my baldy, because before I went in, I had hair.
Yeah.
I came out on bald, I got a little gray. I used my bald head creatively.
Here we go.
No, I do that.
Listen, let me tell you
Jay,
what,
you
no
know the
disrespect to the ladies.
massages. You know the
like this.
massages. Yeah, they love that, bro. They love that. You go up there back there. They love that shit. This shit is like, yeah, son.
My man.
It's like one of those muscle rollers in the gym.
Like a golf
Yeah,
5,000.
just roll and all the,
It's like the
all the
golf
knots
5,000.
out of them.
I'm
you know
learning
what saying?
things.
It's like the rolls.
Yeah. Jay, you know about the first time I did that to you, was like, yeah, I'm with this nigga for life. I'm with this nigga for life. It's over.
I got a woman right now that's like, if you ain't bald, I ain't fucking with you.
Wow.
Because I was like this.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we leave a lasting impression. However, I just want options, bro. Now, we're laughing and joking, but we have yet to get to Cipha Sound's
Yeah.
budding comedy career.
Yeah, it's more than budding.
It's more than budding.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for years now.
Yeah, man.
Right, but we haven't, Kevin Hart hasn't accepted you into the circle yet. But Dave Chappelle has.
Yeah, Kevin Hart has.
Oh, he has.
You're accepted in the circle?
I'm in all the circles.
In all the circles. Oh, shit, tell me what it's like.
I mean, I'm low level in the circle.
Right.
Nah, but the comedy shit just came from. It's no different than DJing. I look at it like.
Right.
The only difference is, okay, when I was DJing, I was playing other people's art. And my art was finding ways to combine their art to create a vibe.
Right.
Now, when I say these words, it's my art. And that's what I really like. It's the closest thing to being a rapper that I can ever get to, because I can't rap. So I'm on the mic, on the stage, boom, and I make people react.
Right.
But this shit came from like, people always used to just say I was funny on the radio. And I just kept hearing it. Yo, you funny. Oh, I used to do shit like call 2 Chinese restaurants and put them on conference, make them talk to each other, like stupid shit. Bro, my favorite shit I used to do, remember the Nextel chirp phones?
Yeah.
So I recorded the noise. And during songs, I would just say, chirp, chirp, and people used to
And
call
people
like,
would be checking their phone.
I could imagine.
Oh, I think you got me a couple times,
I
bro.
could imagine hundreds of thousands of people checking their, what the fuck? And I just hit it.
Bro, I used to be listening to the radio swearing my phone just rang, bro.
I did that for years.
That's crazy.
Disrespectful.
Until they went out of style. So then people used to say I was funny, so I was just like, yo, how can I make money with this? right? The New York hustler brain was like, how do I make money? So I just started producing a show.
Was this after or before Ebro took his job?
This was before.
Before, okay. Okay,
This is during our show era that he started the shows.
okay, cool.
So yeah, so I started doing comedy, producing the show, not even trying to be a comedian, and I would go up and say what's up to the audience and get 1 laugh, 2 laughs, 3 laughs, and then it just evolved.
Right.
And then I had a packed house, but my shit was packed. Rappers, ball players, ballers, like everybody was there. And then it just grew, and then some big comedians were like, yo, you look like you really like this. This don't count, because this is your crowd, your fans.
Right.
You got to go over here. So that's when I really started going, but I was doing terrible.
Did you bombed?
For years.
For years, you were bombed.
Damn.
You were the bomb guy for
Oh,
years.
you can't start comedy without bombing. There's no
Right.
way. There's no way. Because you might have an idea for a joke, but you don't know how to structure it. It's
Right.
When I tell you I knew every fucking joke this guy told at every show, I knew your routine,
Bro,
every
of
word
course.
of it.
Yeah. But it
Because he
was-
had like a total of 7 minutes at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was really, it should have
like, I
been
heard
3
this one.
minutes.
Right, but it was too
But I didn't know
long.
how to, the jokes were too long, too many words, convoluted, da-da-da-da. So then you just work at, bro, I asked Paul Mooney, how you get better at comedy? He's like, get on
Rest in
stage.
peace, Paul Mooney.
One of the
Get on
goats.
stage.
Yeah.
Facts.
Every day, get on stage. I'm like, well, how do you get on stage? He's like, you get on stage. And so I just, every night, every 2-3 shows, as much as I could do. And you just get a little better, little better, little better. Oh, I should have said it like this, like da-da-da.
Right.
And then when Ebro stole my job, I had to, so there was a point where, like certain comedians, they would be like, yo, come on the road with me this weekend. And I couldn't because I had the morning show.
Right.
So that's the last 2 years of Hot was like, man, I wish I could go on the road. I wish it was eating at me. I wish I could go travel. I wish I could do this.
So you manifested your own demise. Basically. I wish.
Hey, guess what? Here you go.
Yeah.
Rakim granted you the. Here you go, God.
Huh?
No, I'm saying here you go, God. You got
Yeah,
it.
you go, God. Peace, God.
I think he,
Like,
Peace, God.
I think he prayed to Richard Pryor on that one.
But yeah, so then the Ebro shit is like, okay, there's different ways to look at it, right? First of all, Ebro was going through his own situation at Hot.
Right.
Because he was PD, and then the company was like, you're not gonna be PD no more. Where we gonna put you? So he went on air. So then it just became shuffling things around.
So did he get demoted or was he up?
From the
Was he
outside,
just
it
tired?
always looked like he left. It looked like that little dust up with Nicki Minaj, and then he just decided he was going to give up being program director.
I don't know exactly what the meeting was, if they forced him to leave or he left, but I don't know how you leave a program director's job.
Right. Ebro.
So, but whatever. You gonna come on here?
Speak your piece, bro.
So,
Yeah.
so they either they move him into the morning show or he comes into the morning, whatever.
Right.
But like me and him, we've seen like 3 bloodbaths at Hot 97. Like y'all don't notice it because it's the shit in the corporate side.
Right.
Where like we come into work one day and 50 people just got fired. You know what I mean? Like
50. Little
50,
whatever.
no, not 50, but 20.
Yeah, 20.
People you know. Like there were a couple of bloodbaths back then. Yeah, because
still
radio
a
was
lot.
getting
Over
smaller.
what?
Because
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the period where radio was
also like just
eventually finding its
layoffs.
permanent
Right.
sort of smaller size.
So people just walking out like, fuck you, YouTube.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
And
Ebro,
we survived a lot of them.
so Ebro would come in and tell us, yo, I'm about to save your life. Now, did he really save our life or was he plotting? I don't know. Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But I always look at it like this. It was a very bad way, the way I left, and also I didn't want to leave because Hot 97 was my life. I thought I'd be there forever. But I would not be able to do what I'm doing now if I didn't leave.
Right.
So I look at it as a blessing. Now,
Takes time to get there, though. It's like the divorce. I swear to
Yeah.
God, it takes
Yeah.
time to get there.
but like, I don't like the way it went down, but also like, maybe Ebro was fighting for his life.
Right.
I can't take nothing away from that man. And Ebro put me on to a lot of shit. Ebro gave me a lot of opportunities. Ebro's to this day is my friend. I don't look at it like that.
Right.
But like maybe in his quiet time, he was like, all right, this is what I gotta move this nigga out.
So Ebro is like, it's like your smack for me.
Go on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Go
What did
on.
Smack do?
That's right. I'm just saying. I got banned for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it was a booking, and then I found this.
Now this is
and it's
why
like boom.
Had to go through
this
it.
this is the reason why I get mad at Ebro. Now, this is why I get mad at you. This is the only thing.
I don't get mad at Smack. Salute. Yeah.
This is the only thing that hurt me. So while all this transition shit was going on in the morning show, Angie leaves. So Angie's slot was always the slot I wanted. The mornings was, for my lifestyle, the mornings wasn't right. So I wanted the 3 o'clock slot. Because as a comedian, I work from 3 to 7. I could go do all my comedy at night. I could go DJ,
Right.
and I don't have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. So Angie left, so I look at that like, oh, the reason why all this Ebro shit is happening is because the universe is telling me, take Angie's slot. So that's how I looked at it.
Right.
So Angie left, and they were like, what do we do? What do we do? Like, you can't put Laura Stiles in there. Whatever girl you put in there right now will die.
Yeah.
Overshadowed by
Will die.
Die. Yeah. Facts.
You can put a girl in there now, and she will lose her career.
Right.
So put me in the goofy nigga, the comedian, like nothing like
You
Angie.
actually said goofy nigga?
I didn't say that on the
Okay,
air.
all right.
Yeah, true. But Angie is the serious, dope interviews, personable,
Right.
the funny guy
Yeah.
for now.
Angie made me cry a couple times.
Angie will make you cry.
Word.
So I take Angie's slot, and there was a new program director, because Ebro wasn't the program director anymore. There was a new general manager. We merged with BLS. It was a fucking mess. So I go for it, and I go, I'm trying to get this slot. And they go, you have it for the time being. I threw a time being party on the air. I got a cake that said for the time being. So, everything. I was like, no, I'm on the air. For the time being. For the time being. So I'm fighting for the slot. Now here's the only problem. They had already promised it to Nessa, that slot. But
Yeah.
I think she was still under contract. So
And
legally,
she was working at 12 to...
no, she
No, she was in California.
She was in California. Okay.
But they hired her already. They were like, this slot is yours when you get out of your deal or whatever.
Right.
They never told me that.
Who's they?
Oh,
The
that's
station,
crazy.
Hot 97.
Who's they?
Ebro, Rick Cummings, right? Rick Cummings. And what was the other guy that I had beef with?
The GM dude?
Yeah, the GM. Whatever. He's
I
not
don't
even there.
remember that
I
guy's
forgot
name
his
anymore.
He's not there no more.
So they already had her.
Right.
I was fighting for the slot, and I was doing well, not beating Angie. Of course, you're not going to beat Angie.
Right.
But doing good, and I'm mad that they didn't tell me they already had her. Because I'm a Hot 97 soldier.
Yeah. You've
All
been there
it-
since what, 17?
Since I was there? Since I was 19. Or
19.
20, yeah.
Wow.
97.
Wow.
All they had to do was be like, Cipha, we already hired someone. Can you hold us down till she gets here? And there would have been no problem.
But that wouldn't have made you give your all.
No, I think he would have.
I would still get my
You think
because
so?
I think
here's how I look
he's
at it.
going extra hard at the monster deal. He's going extra hard at the TV
Bro,
show. Like there's no
when she
indication.
gets-
that
Yeah,
he's
but
going to
you
keep
tell
going.
somebody ahead of time, there's no way you're gonna keep this job. You
No,
think,
but
are you really gonna show up and be like, yeah, let me go hard as I can?
Yes, me at Hot 97, of
Yeah.
course. It was my life.
Right.
I would have said, okay, when she gets here, maybe I'll take the 5 o'clock DJ slot, be the co-host, because all I care about now is being funny on the radio, so I pack my comedy shows.
Right.
That's all I want, bro. And then there was talks when she came. I had no hard feelings towards her. I was just at this time I still didn't know they already hired her.
Right.
I thought they just needed a girl in that slot.
Right.
I didn't know for months they already had her plan coming.
Right.
They're like, hey, we're giving the job to Nessa. Okay, great.
Right.
What should I do? I'm willing to go back to weekends. That's how much of a fucking Stockholm syndrome I had at Hot 97.
Right.
I'm willing to go back to weekends, take a pay cut, and just be happy with Cipha Saturdays. Back where we started.
Right.
My Cipha Saturday show was so fun. Everybody would call up, yo, I'm doing my laundry right now. I'm washing my car. I'm cleaning the house. Well, yo,
Yeah, I
you cleaning the
remember that.
joints.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, I'll go back to that. I don't
Right.
have pride where like, damn, I was at the mountaintop and now I'm back down here. I like it down here.
Right.
It's fun down here. So then we worked out a deal where I could stay. But I still was upset.
Right.
Me and him do an episode of Juanette, and we talk about it. Man, I feel like this happened, which we did every episode. Every episode of Juanette is us complaining about Hot 97.
Right.
That particular episode, the new boss hears it and goes, no more deal. You could do weekends, but no.
What did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, he said no more deal.
No, what did you say?
No, what did you say?
During the
podcast.
That made him say that.
Oh, nothing. Like we just said.
You was like, these cocksuckers,
No, never.
think man,
Never.
fuck these niggas.
Bro,
My
ever.
fofo make sure all your kids go broke. You didn't say that. You ain't
Bro,
say
we
none of that.
just did our normal complaining about, I wish we got more credit. That's what our podcast is, us complaining.
Right.
That our current podcast too.
Yeah, I wish they would have told me that they hired Nessa.
Right.
That's all. Like shit. So he got mad. Oh, you're not supposed to talk station business. I'm like, bro, listen to every episode is what we do.
Yeah.
Complain about the shit. We're underground dudes. Me and him are underground hip hop dudes pretending to be commercial radio dudes. So when we do our underground podcast, we say underground shit.
So why did they have a problem with you and okay, forget it. Yeah. Continue.
I wasn't out the door.
no, he was still on the morning show.
I was.
You already
Safe
done.
zone. Rosenberg was in the
Yeah,
safe zone.
I was. Well, the problem was it was the roles. Like I was the second mic. Cipha was the first mic.
Right.
They wanted to change the show. Now listen, there's bullshit that came into effect for me too.
Yeah.
Because my name got pulled from the show, even though I had already my name was on the show.
Right,
Y'all
right.
wanted to keep me around. I've now been there for another 8 years,
Yeah, right.
but without my name on the show.
Right.
And I'm like, but y'all wanted to keep me. And I remember talking to a former boss who I have respect for and I really appreciate him. But we had a conversation. He was just like, I was like, I don't understand. I was like, I did my job. I'm still here. You know, like you obviously still wanted me here. I don't know. I wasn't happy about what happened with Cipha, but you still want me here. So why would I not? So just to be clear, what I'm saying is, yes, they kept me and I'm grateful for it. But at the same time, we both took a hit in different ways. It was Cipha Sounds in Rosenberg.
Right.
And then it became Ebro in the
You were
morning.
Ebro in
It's
the
a different thing.
Right.
And I adapted to it. And thank God, me, Ebro, and Laura have a wonderful relationship and team. And I'm blessed
Yeah.
to, I wake up and hang out with my friends. I'm not going to complain about it.
Right.
But it was still a loss for us because that was our big moment. You know what I mean? Having that show in New York at that time. So I don't know why. I mean, so ultimately to answer it, Cipha was replaced because they wanted to make a change on the show. You don't change. It wasn't about changing the second person. It was about changing the first person.
But mind you, a lot of that has to do with power and Charlemagne because they was killing it,
Yeah.
and then they wanted us to do what Charlemagne does, and we're like, we're not Charlemagne. We don't go at artists.
Right.
We like artists. We try to make artists feel good.
Good, right.
So we were like, nah, the artists of our friends, and this is over like years, like
Yeah.
2 years of like, y'all gotta start, going in.
Yeah.
And we tried, we're not going guys. We like the art. We don't want an artist to feel like, so that's when Ebro comes in with the saying wild shit to the artist. At
Right.
first, I was still on the show,
Right.
and Ebro was sitting in another chair, and he would start being that guy. And it just wasn't meshing.
Right.
I mean, so they
But you were kind of that guy.
never.
You were that guy to DJ Khaled.
Oh, that's a great.
a fact.
It's one of the great moments.
That's a fact. That's a turbo fact.
Fell right into that.
Yeah.
Fell right into it.
Yeah.
You just punched yourself
Full
in the
speed.
But
face.
you were, right?
Nah, man. That
Yeah.
kind of shit was
What happened with you and Khaled?
the long term or that instance.
Both.
Yeah, that instance was like half. Like the words I was saying were real. He didn't treat me as much as of a friend as we were before. And he would a lot of times only call when he wanted his record played. Those were real feelings.
Oh, you can watch it and see the real feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Those
that.
are real feelings. And then you gotta remember, this is the beginning of us on radio trying to do video. So we didn't have the right setup. We was just learning about YouTube, connecting. Now every radio show has a YouTube channel. Well, that was the beginning of it.
Right.
So I'm trying to have an honest conversation with him, and he's hitting me with the callousness, the generic answers,
Right.
which then got me upset. So then we started yelling at each other. But we squashed it right after that. And then the problem why I said that, though, is because me and Khaled used to be like this. Like, bro, I go to Miami, green Escalade at the airport. Here, take this Memorial Day weekend. It's your truck. Here's the garage door opener to my house. Just come to the house. Stay at my house. I'm going to be at the hotel. Like, Khaled was my man.
Yeah.
The first time Khaled ever was on Hot 97 was because of me.
Right.
Like, I have the CD where I recorded it. Flex let him do a guest spot. You know what I mean? He's a big dog pit bull because of me and Fat Joe.
Right.
But, so that video that blew up was like real words, but all that extra shit was just for the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then I've spoken to him, like, we're very cool, but we're not as close as we used to be, which personally makes me upset.
Is it the money?
It's everything. What do you mean? Like, he's out of here.
Yeah.
He's a superstar.
So that means he can't be your friend no more.
I didn't see you at the God did listening party at
No,
Soho.
I'm out of hip hop. I'm out. I don't do no hip hop. This is. I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, the better question is why.
You don't know who you talking about? This Cypher Sounds, nigga.
Bro,
This Cypher Sounds.
I'm on the.
Why you think the Dreads is running up on him? This Cypher Sounds, nigga. Come on, bro.
Khaled, there's no beef. He could call me, like, Khaled and Pitbull were identical. Like, both guys from Miami. I don't know if I played Khaled's record first, probably not. But I definitely played Pitbull first.
Right.
But Khaled's just, I don't know, like, he's just, you move on from certain people. I could call him, but we're not tight like we used to be.
If you made $150 million this year, you think you and Khaled would still be friends?
I think I could go to where Khaled is.
That's the bigger part. You'd be in the same
That's
room.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's being in the same room still.
Right.
Hey, it's not, hey, Khaled, can I go on your boat? It's like, oh shit, here comes Cipha pulling up on his boat.
Right.
Yeah.
But Tony Ayo said something very important. He was like, yo, you never forget who turned the lights on. That's why, as much as deep down, like I might have an issue with certain people, I can't say anything because I might not be sitting here if not for those people. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't think Khaled forgets, but I didn't turn the lights on. I turned one switch on.
Right.
Or two switches.
Right.
But also, he turned on my switches. One of the biggest things.
Hey, yo.
Is that a pause?
Pause.
Turn on
Yeah,
my
that
switches.
was- That was wow.
Switches.
That was wow.
Turn on the lights.
And when you said, yo, I really wanted Angie slide, I was like, I ain't gonna stop him there. I'm not gonna stop him right there.
But this
pause?
turned on my switches
No,
too much.
that Angie thing ain't a pause. The switch
It's not.
is a woman.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to
my sister.
Angie. Yeah, you still beautiful, baby. I love you.
Andrew's my sister. That'd
Yeah.
be some Game of Thrones shit if it didn't happen.
Yeah, facts.
That still makes it gross.
Yeah, facts. We all watched that scene.
No, but
We all
Khaled.
watched it.
But he gave me super opportunities. Like, I get a lot of credit for breaking Rick Ross hustling.
Right.
I'm heavily responsible for getting him a deal.
Bro,
Right?
bro, hold on. Before you even continue.
Yeah.
I heard you playing that song.
Yeah.
Yep. 06.
I went to Burkina. No, I went to Burkina.
Shouts to Burkina.
Then I went to the other spot.
I like that he got the point downtown,
this
right?
record down, bro.
Right.
I was like, I'm hustling. I need this theme music. I need it. Yo, bro, you made me a Rick Ross fan.
Bro, a lot of
That
people
was
say that.
fire,
But not only that, but so Khaled gave me that record.
Right.
Khaled in the studio gave me that record. When I was with True Life, Rick Ross, I met Rick Ross, he gave me the record. Now, the beauty of it was that week, it was before Christmas, Flex was on vacation. So I was filling in for Flex. So I broke the record while I was filling in for Flex. That's why I got so much plays every night instead of just one day on Saturday. So the timing of Flex going on vacation, boom. Then I called Hove because I
That's a really big name drop. I just want to say it's a
I'm
big.
Mr. Name Dropper, baby.
It's a big flex.
I called Hov.
So I called
I called him on his
Very
cellular.
nonchalantly too.
You know, like you do.
Because Hov was president of Def Jam at that time.
Right.
And I was on my way to getting an A&R job there. And I called him. I said, yo, there's this record in Miami that's going crazy. I'm playing it. I'm getting the phone lines again. Like I told you, the phone lines. Every time I played it, the phone lines lit up.
One time, and I was,
Bro.
I need this record.
So I call Hov and I say, yo, there's a record from Miami. You should jump on this. As me trying to be an A&R, you should jump on this. He's like, all my A&Rs are in Miami because that's where all the studios were. Remember when everybody used to record
Server
in Miami?
House and all that shit, yeah.
Why has nobody told me about this? Boom. So now all these other A&Rs get in trouble.
Yeah.
We go through Christmas, New Year's, all that. Rick Ross signs to Def Jam. I get no credit. And that to this day, that shit, like, what did I do wrong? You know what I mean? Why didn't I get included in that deal or whatever?
Right.
So
Why do you think that though? Well, I mean,
I know
what's
now.
the reasoning? What's the reasoning?
Now I know because I wasn't confident at the time. I wasn't going in there.
Like, give me my money. I'll put you on this shit,
Yeah, like,
motherfuckers.
I want to be in this deal. You got to go through me.
Were you
working
actually
agreement or
an A&R for Def Jam?
Not at that time, but that's why I got the job because of that. So in a way, I did get paid.
Right, but credit
not
for
very
that.
much.
What are you looking at?
It's a great revelation.
Yeah, but I got the job.
Cypher Sounds is the original Soulja Boy.
Oh,
very much so.
No. Let me tell you something about Soulja Boy. You did not wear bathing ape before me. You hear me?
Oh, shit.
There's no way you wore bathing ape before me.
Oh, shit, he's out the
Keep
door.
going. Explain how. Wait. Explain the math. on how.
Bro, I was in Japan in '99.
You got it from the plug.
I bought Bapes that didn't even fit me. I got size 8 Bapes because I'm like, these shits are so fire. I just bought them and they're in my basement right now. He thinks, oh, I wore Bape before Pharrell and the Clips. Yeah, so did I. Way before you.
That is, by the way, that is facts.
But other than that, you did everything else first. And that shit bothers me. That shit bothers me when he goes, he wore Bape before. Like, no way.
Right.
I got size 8 sneakers. Why? My people are like, why'd you buy those? I'm like, look at the camo, the fake Air Force Ones with the camo.
That's correct.
But wait, if you didn't put them on, maybe he did wear before you.
No, he had other things.
No, I had clothes, jackets.
Just checking. You only mentioned the shoes.
Journalist doing the work.
You only mentioned the shoe. Thank you.
Soulja Boy was talking about you when he said,
Nah, he
he was
wasn't
getting
talking about
mad
me.
because I got me some baby niggas. You was talking about
No,
you?
he was talking about Clips and Pharrell that they would wear.
Okay, all right.
No, but in that song, he just said he had it.
Wow.
But whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I don't get my credit. Which
That's the theme of the episode, by the way.
I don't get my credit.
I don't
This
get
clip,
my
yeah.
credit. So, are there any things that you have on that list that you're like, nah, fuck that?
He just got him.
That was all of them.
What?
The credits.
No, what? That I don't get
Oh,
my
he's
credit?
way more
plethora?
credit. Sorry, I take it back.
Nah.
It's a plethora.
All right, I gotta ask this question.
Yeah.
Everything that you're saying, why didn't you continue into like an A&R position or a label position? Same thing with you.
I did. I had many.
You were picking winners. You were literally picking winners. Like Tyler, go. A$AP Mob, go.
No one ever had a conversation with me about bringing me into a label.
Well, that was never like a thought in your mind. Like, yo,
Was it something you wanted to do?
I'm picking hits.
No, I mean, listen,
I think I could make $100 million.
I know.
next year.
I know. It's so again, it's one of the things that's tough for me to swallow about the all powerful Jewish media.
Right.
What did I say? It's tough for me to swallow.
Hard for you to swallow, bro.
In any setting. You can't everything?
One of those things is hard for me.
Loose talk.
We
Loose
don't
talk.
know what you want to
So
Yeah,
one of
we
the things
don't
that's
know
hard for
what's
me
easier.
to understand
Right.
is the all-powerful Jewish-controlled music industry, and I'm being facetious, but I'm not denying that Jews have a lot of power in the music industry.
Right.
Nah, no one ever
Wait,
no one ever
maybe
approached me about
Why
it.
did someone have to tell you? Like,
It wasn't truthfully, it wasn't what interested me. I wanted to be a DJ, I wanted to be on air. I'm stupid. I've always wanted to be talent. Like, that's again one of the things that's funny. Everyone always assumes I'm
you need a
rich.
ghostwriter?
What'd you say?
You need a ghostwriter?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Holla at me,
But no, I'm stupid. You don't want to be talent. Like I tell people right now, when I meet someone who I think has executive qualities, and they're dabbling in being talent, I'm like, yo, are you sure you want to do this? Because like, yes, I do well. My life is good. I'm super happy. Right. But everybody knows. If you were to say one thing about Rosenberg, that motherfucker's working all the time. He's on the radio all the time.
Right.
Hot 97 in the morning, ESPN in the afternoon. All he does is work.
Wrestling.
No, WWE.
Right.
No, everyone says.
Shout out to you for that.
Thank you very much. And that gig's a lot of fun. But everyone says to me, you know, you're the hardest working man in show business. Yo, I want to be regarded as the laziest person in show business. That's what I want.
But this is where a label would benefit.
I know, you're right. No, Matt, you're right. Like that, me just chilling there being like, let me give you input on this. But now guess what?
I choose you.
But
Everyone gets to work.
The time passed though. The time passed.
Yeah,
You think it passed?
I'm 43, bro. I'm not connected.
Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna tell you why the time didn't
I don't
pass.
believe that, bro.
Do you hear the shit that's spinning?
Yeah, but that's not.
It's all the shit that we were listening to.
Oh, right.
True. That's
It's
true.
the shit that's
it's like-
looping back around is the stuff
Back
that's
around.
It's true.
It's like baggy jeans coming back in style. Like, oh, I know the routes.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta tuck the back in your sock.
No, that's
You
true.
know what I mean?
That's true.
You know,
That's
so
true.
it doesn't just drag on the floor. You know what I mean? Like you.
No,
you know this
listen.
stuff already.
I was at the cutting edge of the most successful artists of the last generation, right? Kendrick, Rocky, Gambino, Mac. You go down the list. Tyler. It's
And you know it's real when his feet just
feet are out.
straight. Like that.
Cole. I was on Cole super
What
early.
Illuminati sign is he doing?
Yeah,
right
this is
now?
a different one. You never seen that before? So no, I did have an ear for it at some point, and it's funny because now you're right. There is a lot of shit that's popular that's actually lyrical and good. You know, as much as there's tons of bullshit and mumble rap that I'm not particularly passionate about,
Right.
there is a lot of rappity rap stuff that's very successful now too.
Yo,
It makes money.
DFG Records, we hiring, bro.
I mean, listen, bro.
You might wanna holler.
I might need a
Right on the
powerful
holler.
executive to usher me in.
Yeah, here we go. You know what I'm saying? My name open doors like faster than the carjacker nowadays. You know what I'm
I got a
saying?
question because he was heavy on Kendrick Lamar, and I actually learned about Kendrick through Rosenberg
Right.
back in the days. Were you that passionate about J. Cole?
As passionate as I was about Kendrick?
Yeah.
No. I didn't come to
Why is that?
love Cole. I liked Cole.
Yeah.
And I supported him off the first mixtape, and I
Right.
hosted his first show, his
B-side?
big show at SOBs.
Right.
No, the
Side story,
the
yeah.
basketball themed one.
Oh,
was
Saturday
like
Night Live. No, that's
No,
It
no.
was like the
Friday Night
B-side
Lights.
story
No.
or something.
No, come on,
Sideline-
something
sideline
story. Something story.
A sideline story.
J.
It's a
Cole's
sideline
first
story.
tape.
Bad News
No
Bears.
Jay.
one knows.
Magic. The Last Dance.
The warm up, right? Warm up.
The warm up.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, the come up. The
Listen,
come up.
Come up. Come up.
So I was on Cole from the very
Right.
beginning and did a lot of shit with him, but I didn't come to love him as an artist until Forest Hills Drive.
And
I
that-
liked him,
and that was
but I
That
didn't.
was at the same time Kendrick.
But that was
First
after
album
being almost completely distanced from Jay-Z. Because when we heard that he was Jay-Z's artist, we had a certain expectation, and that's not what it was. If we'd have heard he's Kanye's artist, we probably would have took to him from the rip.
No, and you know what? Can I tell you the
Think
truth?
saying he was Jay-Z's artist hurt him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because of
people were
expectations.
Like, what's this?
Think about
This don't
Memphis
sound
Bleak.
like Jeezy, Rick Ross, or the other people Jay-Z signed.
right.
You know what I mean? It was when he got that distance, like, okay, Jay-Z's over here, I'm over here. Then we started to appreciate who J. Cole was.
But now I think he's. I mean, him and
Yeah,
Kendrick are neck
he's-
and neck.
look,
He's increases.
He's look.
Phenomenal.
Salute. Just
And he does.
don't ever talk that best rapper shit on the track with me, bro. I'm not having
no,
it.
Akil, go
Not
on,
having
man.
it, bro. Not having it. Benny, I don't know how you did that. You need to come on the show and explain that.
Well, you
Doesn't
would
make
never
sense.
want someone on a record with you while they're on the record with you to say they're the best rapper in the world.
Yeah, I'm automatically adding another verse, and it's gonna be 50 bars. Talk about niggas think that they the best.
You're doing
rapper,
cannabis
they
on
must be
4, 3, 2,
stupid.
1.
I'm wildin'. You're not getting that off around me, nah, bro. Yeah,
LL when I shot you.
You're right.
right. Look what he did. Yeah.
No, it's what LL did on 4, 3, 2, 1. LL actually
4, 3,
came
2,
back
1,
and added the
that's
verse.
Cannabis.
Yeah.
LL did it to Cannabis after Cannabis' verse was already done.
But what isn't that like a consistent? That was a consistent thing back in the '90s and early 2000s where rappers got on tracks with each other. Where you talking about Van from TV, Reservoir Dogs, you know, those group songs, and they
But
was
then
all
what-
coming at each other.
Right.
Right, but it was subliminal.
Yeah.
Wait, who
Yeah,
went
I
out?
didn't know at the time,
none-
yeah.
And
Who went out?
with the
Who won,
exception
man?
of
What
Pun, nobody was claiming to be the best.
That's true.
By
But
the
in
way,
Cannabis at that time.
But Pun was the best, so he could
Yeah.
get away with it.
One of them.
You got to give it up.
I mean, in Pun's moment in '98.
99.
Well, the album's '98.
No,
that's
yeah, no.
No, I'm talking about Yeah Baby.
But yeah,
It's sophomore.
oh wow, you're a lot of people don't go to Yeah Baby when they have
Baby was
about.
on
Yeah,
the
baby.
classic to
No,
me.
but Capital Punishment
Capital
was,
Punishment
was
was it,
different.
In '98, 99, that period, yeah, I think Pun was the absolute greatest. I don't think anyone could stand next to Pun comfortably.
He was smoking everything. However, so was Cannabis.
Cannabis was fire.
So was Cannabis.
Cannabis
I
deserves his
remember
flowers.
the mixtapes with the Cannabis.
Yo, where you at? What happened to you, son? You doing construction somewhere?
We had him on
No,
one.
he
We
does,
had him on.
he does
Isn't he-
HVAC.
I thought he was in the
Huh?
yeah,
does
he was in the
HVAC.
military. And,
HVAC?
Yeah.
What is HVAC?
Heating and air conditioning.
What?
Bro, he makes bread.
That's what's
he,
up.
he did the
Cannabis
military.
did our
for-
More
show.
bread than a platinum record? Probably not.
Maybe more than he saw with the deal he was in. Ain't no telling.
I'm taking shots, man. You know.
Cannabis is killing.
That battle rap shit?
Yeah, because he dissed me on a record.
Oh,
before.
okay, got it.
And I was
Oh, well,
like,
there you
what?
go.
Yeah, I dissed him too.
Oh,
Yeah.
he just lured me into some battle rap shit.
Yeah, you didn't know it. Yeah.
Sorry, bitch.
Look up Math High for 6 battles. Check that out.
All right.
I'll let him have it on that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So you got all your credit.
No, not on my credit.
Oh.
Not yet. You know how many trends I started in battle rap? And how many bars I've heard rappers with platinum plaques repeat that I said
Who,
first?
man?
I'll wait till they get on the show.
Oh,
I'll wait till you come on the show and I'm gonna let you have it.
And you know the raps. You know the rhymes.
I know the rhymes.
That's why they're not coming on
I
the
give
show.
you one.
Right.
You want one? You want one?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Where's
Tory
that?
Lanez.
Tory Lane.
You ever come over here? We're gonna talk about that.
What part?
I know what you did.
What bar?
When I battled Queens Flip, I said, I was talking about your homegirl, who Queens Flip tricked off on and bought her a huge TV, right?
Okay.
Right? And I said, what I said?
I respect the huge
I
TV.
said, and I heard you bought a 60-inch TV and you can't even get half an inch in her. And I heard him say it on the record. But here's the thing. The reason I know that he heard me first is because my last bar was Queens Flip. I said, you need to stop running up on niggas playing these corny games. Queens Flip better dip because I smoke Queens. Tory Lanez. And everybody was atting him on the post like, yo, Matt Hoffa just threw you in the bar. And then, like, a couple weeks later, I heard him say the 60-inch shit.
But
And I
you
was
think
like,
he took that as a diss?
Huh? As a diss?
Because you said you're saying because he
I don't know how he took it because
Allegedly
the
he
accusation was you shot Megan Thee
right. So
Stallion.
he
you
might
know what I
take
mean?
that as disrespect and then take one of your lines.
But how is that? Okay, I'm gonna take your line.
Yeah. Because he don't want to.
Then he should have said, "Hey, man, Pop, I just stole you."
This reminds me of one of my favorite outdated rap phrases that no one says anymore.
What's that?
What part of the game is that?
You want to bring that
Just
back?
shows you.
I love what part of the game is that. That was a great rap phrase.
Part of
the game is that.
Rascast,
Yep.
Soul on Ice,
Very impressive. That's why. I
or
fuck with him.
Rascast. What part of the game? No, Soul on Ice.
But you
Yeah.
can't quote 5-year foreign like that. But you can't.
Hey,
quote
hey! Just say hey! That's all you gotta do.
Say
That's
it.
hilarious.
No, please don't do that. Yo, 5, forgive him.
Five, that's my guy. He know me. Five is
I
my
love
guy.
Shout out to my man Blizzle,
You
man.
started it. Like, why?
I'm just saying.
You could have left it alone. We was
He
talking about
jumped in for you. He
Rascast.
jumped in. Yo, bro, come on, man.
Everything
what you
was
doing,
fine.
bro?
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, now he going to
You know
Turkey.
he the
Don't do it.
ops.
He going to
I like
Turkey. He
skin.
going to
I like
Turkey.
skin.
He going to Turkey.
First of
Stop
all,
it. He's going to Turkey.
First of all, you
Don't do
surrounded.
this. He going to
You
Turkey.
surrounded
I
right now.
got hair all over
pyramid
the
right here.
You nuts?
It's
It's a
like
pyramid. Nah, you surrounded
Come on,
them.
you right
They ain't
here.
gonna make it. They ain't gonna get over in
Right
time.
here.
Pyramid right here.
It's like an Onyx video.
The Queens.
Especially with your jacket.
Slam.
Yo, low key, this is an Illuminati ritual that we're doing, and you don't even realize it. So just keep watching.
That's right.
I gotta go do comedy.
All right.
Yeah, that was gross.
I gotta do comedy.
Yes.
So thanks for having us.
Can we go inside
So long.
Yo,
Can we be the first guest that come back in the solo episode? Can like this be the Wu-Tang episode?
No, I'd love to
And
get
then
y'all in here for like just topics, like things that happen in the world.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
Sit down. That'd be great.
Feels like you need some new co-hosts.
Yeah, I
Wow.
do. I do.
Wow.
Actually do.
Yeah, because it's
Actually
all.
do. Yeah.
There's less people here than I saw in the video.
And him.
I need someone who pretends to know too much about the industry.
No, stop it, man.
And then I need someone that
I knew him in the industry. He knew shit.
Yes,
Stop
I
it.
know. No, it's cool.
Stop it.
It's cool.
Too short.
Look, love to everybody. I wish everybody success. I hope you get everything that you deserve.
You don't want that. You don't want that feeling, man.
What?
You don't want to have that feeling.
Nah, the thing
It's
with
not
me,
worth it. You're out of
I'm really big on loyalty, man, and I just feel like we could have been the greatest, baby.
What is it? Is it done?
We could have been the greatest, baby.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something. Here's a mistake you made.
What's
The
that?
mistake you guys made was getting so hot out here.
Yeah.
That's when the drama
problem.
kicks in.
Why should have stayed cold?
Why do you
knew it?
Why do you think Cipha and
I knew it.
Why do you think Cipha and
We should
I?
have stayed broke niggas.
Why?
God damn it.
Why do you think Cipha and I have chosen to be cold for this long? We didn't want to break up. We had to stay together.
Loyal. 700 Patreon members. They take care of us. We love y'all. One Up is life. They come. We gotta do I do a comedy show. If I need 100 people to come, they there. They there.
That's what it is.
You guys were getting too many, too much money.
That's what happened.
By the way, though, let's just keep it real.
Oh, millions of views.
I'm joking, but you look at the history of the biggest podcast in rap.
Yeah.
The second shit
Always
gets
shakeups.
popping. The second shit really gets going. Always, this happens. This is regular.
Yeah, this is what
You're
happened.
talking about podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the exception of the locks.
Oh, groups too.
Every group.
Every
Group.
Groups.
Yeah.
Groups break up.
Shout out to NWA.
By the way, it's interesting too because it is
Shout out to
groups more.
Wu-Tang.
It's groups more than duos.
Shout out to.
Wu didn't break up.
It's groups more
they
than
don't
duos.
always agree.
Wu didn't break up.
But they don't always
Outkast
agree.
didn't break up.
No, Wu deserves credit for being the opposite. Wu has
Locks
moments.
never broke up.
The Locks is the only group
Locks
that
is
you can
family,
say
though.
that about that never had internal.
At some
No,
point.
they've had internal. You just don't hear about it.
What were they
The
beefing
locks,
about?
locks that will have internal.
If I knew,
It's actually
they never
internal.
bring it-
Yeah,
they
like
never
it's
bring
really
it out.
internal.
Yeah,
They might not.
If you
have
when you
ever.
speak to them, they'll tell you. We just don't advertise shit.
Yeah.
We don't tell motherfuckers.
Or maybe we can get out of J Hood.
Don't be that guy.
Stay tuned! My expert opinion, we still rocking, baby. Yo, shout out to Cipha Sounds and Rosenberg. Love these guys, man. Go check out his comedy show. You know what I'm saying? Go check out him hanging with Ebro, the guy that took his best friend's job and shit.
Thank you, man.
And that's that. We out.
It's Hoffa, trapper turned smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.